NFL playoffs. We're talking about NFL playoffs. You bet we are. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdown is the key to winning NFL playoffs and the key to you scoring big, betting on them at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something as simple as a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, make your pick. Here's another reason to bet your favorite player to crush it in the playoffs. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big during the NFL playoffs with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVES for new customers to get $200 in bonus bet instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Hello, I'm Shannon Sharpe, and I'm also a Roast sponsor. Roast Sparks are amazing for guys who want to boost in the bedroom because they work fast and last long. Listen, we're about to get a little explicit, so you heard it from me. Maybe you heard too much from me. How much I love Roast Sparks, but I'm not the only one. These reviews are for grown folks only. One person said, while my wife and I went on vacation for 5 days, I used Roast Sparks a couple of times, and we had fun. 9 times fun in that week alone. Okay, good. I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's him. Another customer said, boom, I'm Superman. I carry Roast Sparks in my pocket at all times. Full stop. And lastly, someone says, I'm not bragging, but my wife actually tapped out for the first time in years because of the UFC. Made her give it up. If prescribed, you get $15 off your first order of medication to get hard. Connect with a provider 100% online, ro.co/nightcap to find out if Roast Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/nightcap. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $150 per day with a max of $750 between paydays. Just download the Earnin app, verify your paycheck, then access up to $150 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. You know how I spend that money? A special night out for 2. A very special night out. Make earning a part of your financial routine. Join the earning over 4 million customers who say things like, when I think about earning, I think about financial stability, security. It gives me peace of mind. Download Earning today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earning app, type in Nightcap under podcast. When you sign up, it will really help the show. Nightcap under podcast. Earning is a financial technology company, not a bank. Cash outs are based on available earnings. Standard cash outs takes 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Option to expedite your transfer for a fee. Tips are voluntary and do not affect the service. See cash out under user agreement for detail. Services not available in all states. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
The winner of tomorrow's game in the NFC, Ocho,
Yeah.
will host the NFC Championship game. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to what the Commanders did on the road to the Detroit Lions, the winner of the Eagles and the Rams game will host the NFC Championship game. The Washington Commanders used a red-hot second quarter in which they scored 28 points, a red-hot fourth quarter in which they scored 14 points, 42 points in 2 quarters, and they pull away from the Detroit Lions, the number 1 seed, by the score of 45-31. Thank you guys again for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. We're going to get right into it. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He is the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Guys, we had 20,000 waiting for us in the chat. That shows that you love us, you appreciate us, and thank you. Thank you. And it also shows that you support us. We couldn't do this without you. So again, thank you. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. Celebrate. Hey, Commander fans, y'all need to load up on this Shea by Laportier. Y'all got a lot to celebrate. All I ask you to do is please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. We got the Unc Ocho t-shirts in stock. Our newest release just dropped last month. New t-shirts, sweats, beanies, koozies, and mugs. Quantities are limited, so please make sure you order yours while supplies last. Tickets for the Super Bowl show in New Orleans. It's our first spring tour stop. They're on sale now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. The VIP meet and greet tickets are officially sold out, but there are still many other tickets left that you can attend the show, but the meet and greet tickets are sold out. February the 6th at the Mahalia Jackson Theater in New Orleans. Be there. You don't want to miss it. Both Nightcap and Club Shay Show were both nominated for NAACP Image Awards. Nightcap was nominated Outstanding Podcast, Arts, Sports, and Entertainment. Club Shay Shay was nominated for Outstanding Podcast, Society, and Culture. Please go vote for you guys. The link is pinned in our social bios. Ocho, we talked about it. The Commanders stunned the Lions 45-31 to advance to the NFC Championship game. It's their first advancement since 1992. Jayden Daniels threw for 299 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jared Goff had a brutal day, and this what concerned me, Ocho. Yeah. When your defense is a little sus with all those injuries, the last thing you can do is turn the ball over. And you definitely can't turn it over 4 times. You play double. You gave a pick 6 up. You took points off the board with Jameson Williams. You gave him a short field to get another touchdown. And at the end, that little interception didn't matter. But you still had 4 turnovers. Detroit defense had no answer for Washington's offense. They racked up almost 500 yards of total offense. Only had to punt the ball once. The Commanders will face the winner of the Eagles and the Rams game. The Lions' season ends with massive disappointment, and they expect to have huge turnover. It's reported that both coordinators are probably going to leave. Ben Johnson being rumored to go into the Las Vegas Raiders, and Aaron Glenn, potential the Jets or the Saints. We'll see how that plays out. But Detroit will have to wait another year. Very disappointing season. 15 wins, a lot of Pro Bowl players on that side, on that football team, Ocho. But the first Super Bowl appearance for the Detroit Lions will have to wait another year. Ocho.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Listen, I know the Lions lost, and obviously Goff has to play better with the defense being held together by duct tape, basically their third string out there. They have a few playmakers. That's pretty much it. Obviously, Goff has to understand, in order for you to even have a chance, a winning chance, you can't turn the ball over. You just can't. You can't. That first half of football, I tweeted and I asked, and a lot of people answered, when was the last time you seen a half of football that exciting and that good where teams were scoring back-to-back? It seemed like almost every series.
Now, you saw it. You saw it 3 weeks ago with Buffalo and Detroit. You saw it again with Buffalo and the Rams.
Right. And I think in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, in 2019,
the Chiefs and the Rams.
Man, hey, I wish football was like that every Sunday.
Oh, hell no.
Every Sunday. But the fact that we were able to get this treat tonight and the upset that the Commanders put on the Lions was absolutely phenomenal. And I want people to understand how important it is and why teams invest in quarterbacks and why they pay quarterbacks the kind of money they pay. Because when you get a franchise quarterback like this, it turns your franchise around immediately. Immediately. You have to think, they haven't been in the NFC Championship in the past 33 years.
Yep.
The past 33 years. This is the first time they scored 45 points. 45 points, which is a franchise record in the playoffs. Man, hey, I don't even know what to say. I'm so goddamn excited, obviously, for Jayden Daniels, for Commanders fans that have waited for this for who knows how long. Who knows how long? Just to be in contention, just to be able to compete week to week, and now to be playing an NFC Championship. after a 33-year hiatus is awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, you pay double for turnovers, Ocho, but it doesn't matter if the team can't capitalize on the turnovers. And when they turned the ball over Detroit, Washington made them pay the ultimate price. They
Every
got points
time.
out of them.
Every time.
Except that interception at the end of the first half, Ocho. I don't know. Goff didn't play well today. There's
Yeah.
no way around it. He didn't play well. He
Yeah.
got Jameson Williams. I don't know why he would throw that post so flat because the guy's in a trail position. He's going to jet it. If you throw it flat, he's going to jet it. We call it, Chad, we call it jetting. But what we mean is that he's going to undercut it.
Cut it. Yeah, every time.
You can't throw the ball that flat. You got to throw him under. You got the whole field.
Why ain't put no air up under it?
Yes.
And then to me, honestly, I think the ball was late a little bit.
It was.
I think the ball was a little late because that's the first thing I tweeted. I said, man, that ball is late.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. But when you turn the ball over like that, give Jayden Daniels, man. I don't know. This rookie season that he's having. Look, we go back and talk about rookie season. We saw CJ Stroud had an unbelievable season. He was rookie of the year. We said RG3 season, he was rookie of the year. But for him to do it, because look, we've seen rookie quarterbacks go to the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mark Sanchez went to the playoffs, but that was a defensive-led football team. We saw Joe Flacco go to the playoffs. That was a defensive-led football team.
Right.
This is an offensive-led football team. Their quarterback is asked to do an awful lot. And he's like, okay, let me do it. Whatever you need from me, I can handle it.
But as a rookie, he's not supposed to be this goddamn good this early. Do you see his composure on a zero blitz?
Yes.
3 men coming right at him. He's sitting there chilling, just waiting. He hit Ertz twice.
Yes.
Zero blitz.
Yes.
Man, what the hell? And
Brown makes an unbelievable catch. Terry McLaurin, they catch him with a bomb. They catch him with a blitz. It wasn't blitz because the safety was in the hole, but he takes a terrible angle, and McLaurin hit the Jets on him, and then he's gone. But Ocho, the thing is, and we knew this. First of all, they're a pressure team. Detroit's a pressure team to begin with. We know once they got the lead, now you got to take even more chances. Now, hey guys, let's just catch the ball. They miss a tackle, you can hit your head on the goalpost.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. But Jared, and this what really concerned me, because Jared Goff can be great where he goes. We've seen him do this, Ocho. Go 18 of 18 for a game. But we've seen him throw 5 picks against the Houston Texans. We've seen him, and they win the ball game. We've seen him turn the ball over 2 times, 3 times in a game, and they win the ball game. But you can't turn the ball over against a team that's just this explosive on the offensive side of the football. When they got playmakers, when you got Ertz, who's a 3-time Pro Bowl player, you got Terry McLaurin, who's going to another Pro Bowl, who's an outstanding receiver, and you got guys playing exceptional. Brown making big-time plays. Guys running the football, the offensive line. When you have a player like a Jayden Daniels at that position, which is the quarterback position, everybody believes in him. The offensive line blocks a little harder. Guys run a little harder. Guys make tougher and tougher catches for you because they believe. So, hey, I can't let this guy down. I believe in him. The whole team. Now the defense like, hey, let's get him the ball back. Now all of a sudden it seems like the ball has a magnet in it and it's distracted to the other side of the football. I've said this before. You pay double for turnovers. Yeah. And when I believe Detroit was the better team. But guess what happens, Ocho, when you turn the ball over? Yeah. That team that you might be better than and you're up here, you pull them up to your level.
Evens everything out.
Now, they're going to tear your ass up.
Yeah. And then also what I like also with the running game, because Jayden Daniels is such a threat, similar to Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying the fact that he has the defense to be able to hold. To be able to hold when he put that ball in Eckler's belly, or he put that ball in Brian Robinson's belly, and he make them ends sit for just a little bit, allow them guards to go up to the second level and get that block, then you're getting 5-6 yards a pop every time. Okay, in the end you want to crash down? You know what? I'm gonna take it and go ahead.
That's your responsibility, though. That's what I don't get. They got it 4th and 2.
Yeah.
Arnold, that's not your
Yeah.
responsibility.
Keep your
You
eyes
have
on
contained.
Spain. Yeah,
Your
yeah.
responsibility is contained. If he runs for a touchdown on the opposite side, coach, I don't know what you want me to do.
That ain't on you.
That's not you.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't coach Ocho. He knows his responsibility is
Right, right,
contained.
right.
Why would you take Ocho? I don't give a damn what. Hey, I'm gonna be looking right here at my gap. Son, what about over? I don't care. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right,
This is
right,
my
right.
responsibility over here. And when you're dealing with a guy like him, or you're dealing with a guy like Lamar, one
Yeah.
false step, the man had a coach used to tell us all the time, son, if you hesitate, you beat.
Oh,
You
yeah.
take one false step against a Jayden Daniels. You take one false step against a guy like Lamar Jackson,
Jackson.
or Josh Allen. You
Yeah.
beat.
It's over.
You're not going to recover and stop him from getting 2 yards. That's
Impossible.
why they want you to hold contain.
Same. Yeah.
Do your responsibility.
Yeah.
Nothing in the A gap, nothing in the B gap, nothing in the backside A, B, or outside is your responsibility. You abandon your responsibility and you gave up a first down. Now everybody looking at you.
And the funny thing about it is you got your eyes in the backfield on the fake pitch that's going the opposite way anyway. You wouldn't have been able to get there anyway.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You wouldn't
Chase
have
him in
been
the
able
end zone and have everybody thinking that
Anyway.
that's your guy? That's all you gonna do. Chase him in the end zone. Everybody's like, man, Arnold got beat again.
Yeah.
Ocho, if guys would just do their responsibility, whatever that is, if you got a gap, Ocho, if that guy comes in outside, that ain't my responsibility.
Right.
I got the A gap. Arnold has contained. He must not contain means nothing gets outside of him.
That's it.
Nothing. Hey, Ocho, if I'm security at a club, I got the front door. Somebody coming to me, I don't know what y'all want me to do. That ain't my responsibility. Hell, you should have somebody back there.
Right.
I got the front door.
Right.
That what they tell Vera. Why the girls always coming? Are you in charge of the girls, Vera? Yeah, I'm in charge of the girl quick. So why the money coming up? Why the money coming up short, Vera?
Sure.
You in charge of the girls.
Are you hold on. Quick, are you accusing me of stealing?
I'm just saying why everybody always accounted for, but the money coming up quick with the girls. Arnold, your responsibility. But okay, now because DQ, he says, I'm going for the death blow.
Yeah.
I ain't selling for no field goal. I'm going for the death blow. I got this hammer in my hand. I got the momentum, and I'm not going to relinquish it.
Yeah.
Maybe if you stop them on 4th down, who knows? Maybe that takes some of the wind out of their sail. It gives you some momentum. But what do? They go in and score a touchdown. I get it. Jared Goff picked the worst time to have one of his worst games of his career.
Yeah. Yeah.
You turn the ball over like that in the postseason, you're losing.
Yeah.
Probably 999 times out of 1,000, you're going to lose a game. If you give up a pick 6, you throw a pick in the end zone, you fumble. Look, like I said, it was 4 turnovers. He had 3 picks and a fumble. That last one, Ocho, the game was basically, I mean, you already done what you're down 14 points. So you're not coming back. You're not coming back anyway. Bro, you cannot play that bad in that moment. You're too much of a veteran quarterback to be that reckless with the football. And then Ocho, this is why they tell, and I get it. I get Jared Goff. He's like, this is a big game. This is a divisional round, the playoff game. Let me chase. But you're not used to chasing. So you don't know where those guys are coming from. You see, the thing is, once, you and somebody get a pick, the first thing we do, okay, where this thing? Because somebody coming to get you.
Oh, yeah. Every
They
time.
coming to get you. So I just need, let me. Because the one time I didn't do that, I got my clock clean. The first thing, the first, all I can see is like, I'm balling.
I mean, listen, rule number 1, when there's an interception and you on the offensive team, you keep your head on the swivel.
Yes, they're coming to pick you off.
Hey, listen, you pursue, but you keep your head on the swivel because you don't know where it's coming from.
They can't block back anymore, Ocho. But if you bringing your ass to the ball, they're going to knock you. And you see what happens.
Yeah.
The first thing to hit was his back his head. He never saw Lovu. He never saw him. And he put his helmet right up under his mofo chin. I'm talking about right to the kisser.
And then they said that there should have been a penalty called on that play. But if you have someone trying to make a tackle on the play, why can't you block him, even though it is a quarterback? He had the chance to
It's held.
stop.
It was called the helmet.
Oh, because he went. Okay. I
Yeah,
understand. And you know what's funny? In Jayden Daniels also tonight. Again, Commanders fan. If you're a Commanders fan, you in the chat. You should be happy. You should be happy. And I said it when the game was going on. Despite no matter who wins this game, if you're a Commanders fan and you know you have Jayden Daniels, you should be happy and excited for the next decade because you know what's to come.
yeah,
There have been
yes.
five quarterbacks that have made a conference championship in NFL history in their rookie year. Sean King in 99, Ben Roethlisberger in 2004, Joe Flacco in 2008, Mark Sanchez, obviously, that defensive led Jets, Brock Purdy in 2022, and now Jayden Daniels.
Hmm.
They
But
hey, young bull is special, man.
But if you think about it, Ocho, think about the guys you mentioned. Now, that 99 team, that team had John Lynch, Rondé
Ooh,
Barber,
Derrick
Warren Sapp,
Brooks.
and Derrick Brooks,
Derrick
and
Brooks.
Simeon Rice. So that's
Yeah, I
five
forgot about
guys. I
Simeon.
mean,
Yeah,
Brooks in the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
Sapp's in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Lynch is in the Hall of Fame. If I'm
Mhm.
not mistaken, I think Rondé Barber is in the Hall of Fame. So that's
Yeah.
four Hall of Famers.
Mhm.
Simeon Rice could easily be in the Hall of Fame. He has some issues. People, reporters don't really care about him, but that's potential. That's a defensive-based football team. Joe
Yes, sir.
Flacco. Do I need to say what they had? Suggs, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. I
Yeah.
won't say anymore. Look at
Yes, sir.
Mark Sanchez. Look at what that defensive. That's a Rex Ryan team. That's a defensive-based
Yeah.
football team. Brock Purdy's team. That was look, they had outstanding weapons, but they
Yeah.
played very, very, very good defense. They
Mhm.
put so much on Jayden Daniels' plate,
Yeah. Hmm.
and he eats it all.
Yeah.
He's better than advertised. I
Hmm.
thought he could be good, but there's always a learning curve. And
Yeah.
look, and the part of the season, Ocho, we started. I don't know, Ocho. Bo Nix might sneak in there and get some of that, get some of them rookie of the year vote.
Votes.
And
Yeah.
that's just he took a deep breath,
Hmm.
exhaled, and
Hey,
stepped on the gas.
hey, hold my beer. Jayden
and
Daniels
they
basically said, "Hold my beer."
and they look back.
Yeah.
This kid is sensational, and he has that. Like Josh Allen is a build up type of guy.
Hmm.
He has that Lamar Jackson acceleration. He
Yeah.
step on
Oh,
it,
right now. Right now.
he's
Now
sudden.
listen, he's not as fast, but he's fast enough.
Yes, yes, but
Fast enough.
but you got to realize he's thin too.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like Lamar when Lamar first got into the league. And see, Lamar
Oh,
got into the weight room, started
yeah.
lifting,
Put
put
a
on a
little
little
size
weight.
on him.
He went, yeah, yeah. But he gonna mature, Ocho.
Yeah.
He got a 20-year-old body. When
Hmm.
he gets 23, 24, 25, he'll add a little tip. He don't need to worry about trying to put on that eating a whole bunch of food and
No,
drinking,
no, 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 no.
creatine and eating all that. He don't need to do that. You're
No.
gonna naturally get some of that old man weight as you start
Mhm.
to age.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're not to like about this young man. He can throw the ball. He sees the field extremely well. He's elusive. He has great pocket presence. Hey, and we know what he is when he gets the ball in his hand. And that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Think about it. There have been a lot of guys like a Lamar Jackson and a Jayden Daniels, but guess what? They never got an opportunity to play in the NFL because they
No.
got moved position. Remember, they wanted Lamar Jackson to move. And I
Hmm.
sent you a clip. You remember the clip I sent you
Oh
where I
yeah.
said that he shouldn't move. He should have went higher. Oh, but we'll talk about that at a later date in time. But this kid right here, Ocho, it's amazing
Mhm.
when you put a young man like this, and I call him a kid, so forgive me. I mean, he's young enough to be my kid, way younger than all my kids. But when you take a young man like this
Yes,
and
sir.
you put him in an environment where he can flourish,
Hmm.
and you move the bull jive around what is Dan Snyder, that
Hmm.
that that cesspool
Hmm.
of dysfunction,
Hmm.
and you put him in Josh Harris group with Magic Johnson, and they still got my guy Doug is still there, and
Right.
where you can thrive. You
Hmm.
can you ain't got to try to be a rose and grow through the concrete.
Hmm.
You can be in a garden and it's lush and it's plush.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's so funny how everything is going right, and it's so hard. It's so hard for an organization to have everything go right from top to bottom. Obviously, management change, ownership, GM. Then you have the coaches that have come in. You got Klingberg, you got Cliff Kingsbury, who is phenomenal when it comes to coaching quarterbacks, especially dual threat quarterbacks like him. Then you have Dan
He gonna
Quinn.
get a job somewhere, Ocho.
Oh yeah, most
He gonna get a
definitely.
head job somewhere, Ocho.
Absolutely, absolutely. Then you have Dan Quinn with his offensive creativity as well. I'm sure
Defense.
he has some
Defense. You mean
yeah,
defense?
yeah, his defensive creativity as well. And I think that also might save the goddamn Commanders as well. Will they sneak in and surprise people because the way they're playing offensively, because of their defensive play, they might sneak in and fool some people now.
Well, we look. They
Listen,
beaten the Eagles, so they're
yeah,
not, and they're not going to be in awe of the Eagles. If
no,
I beat you once, I can beat you
that's
again.
right. Yeah, most definitely. It's
And
hard.
if it's
It's hard.
it's a division rival,
Yes,
we
sir.
know each other. Y'all know us. We
Hmm.
know y'all. We're not fearful of you guys. I just want you to know
Yeah.
we respect you, but
Hmm.
we're not afraid of you.
But listen, can you imagine? Can you imagine that game? Eagles, Commanders, NFC Championship game. And obviously, we look at the Eagles and what they've done. Obviously, last week, they scored 22. They scored
Yeah,
22 points, 23 if I'm not mistaken. I tweeted something. I said playing against the Rams, even though the Rams had maybe I think the 18th ranked offense during the regular season, I kept telling people this is not about the regular season. I mean, it's not
right.
about I'm talking about the postseason. Everything from the regular season, it goes out the window. New season has started.
Yeah,
I said the Rams could score at will, and everyone was focused on, well, in the regular season, they were ranked 18th. I'm not talking about that.
they
I'm
had a
talking
lot of
about,
injuries. Cooper
yes,
Kupp,
that
Puka Nakua. They had
bingo.
some injuries on that side, on the offensive side of the football. Higbee was
Mhm.
dealing with an injury. He came back. I think he came
Right.
back the last two games of the season. Their
Mhm.
tight end, their pass catching tight
Mhm.
end. So they
Yeah,
were dealing with some things, Ocho. But if you go
yeah,
back and look at them defensively,
yeah,
you look at Verse and you look at Young and you look at Turner. They got
yeah.
guys that can get up your quarterback. They
Hmm.
got good guys on the back. I'm not saying they're all world on the
Yeah, but
back
he
end, but
got
they
some
good
decent
enough.
guys on the back end.
They
Decent
good
guys on
enough.
the back end.
Uh, you know, but I like what DQ did. DQ went and got guys that he's familiar with. Hey, B
Mhm.
Wags, I coach you at all of all pros. Come
Oh
on.
yeah,
Dorrance Armstrong at Dallas. I had you.
yeah.
Come on. Fowler. I had you, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had him in Atlanta also.
Hmm.
Had him in Dallas. Hey, come on. Hey, he got those two guys, those two Alabama boys inside, Payne and Allen.
Yeah,
I don't know if Payne was in there today. I know I saw Allen, but they got some guys in there. You draft Lovo. You get Marshawn Lattimore. You've gotten some guys. They got talent on the different side of the
right.
football.
Yes,
They might
sir.
not have. They ain't got no. Hey, I ain't got no Miles Garrett or anything like that. But they
Right.
got. They got
But
first
see,
round draft pick. Fowler
yeah,
was a top five, top three, top four pick.
right. But you know what? They don't have any dominant players, like a Miles Garrett or a TJ Watt. But
Yes.
they play together collectively very well. They play together collectively very well. Everything meshes phenomenally. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see tomorrow's game. And I don't mean to be going off track and talk about the Eagles and talk about the Eagles and the Rams game, but the Eagles, if the Rams are able to stop the run, even though the Rams are undersized up front, if they're able to stop the run and stacking 8, 9 in the box, whatever it may be, Jalen Hurts has to be phenomenal in the pass game.
Yeah. I'm gonna make Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts beat me.
Like, he has to be phenomenal in the pass game, and I'm sure that's what they're thinking on that side is we're gonna make Jalen Hurts beat us with his arm. The games that they've won, the games that the Rams, I mean, the games that the Eagles have won, it's when Jalen Hurts has thrown for 130, 140, 113. It's been games where they've dominated on the ground, and I'm sure the Rams know that. So what are we gonna
I'm
do?
not gonna let Saquon Barkley run for 255 again. How
There
about
it
that?
is.
That
There it
ain't
is.
gonna happen.
There,
I'm
there
not
it
gonna let him
is.
have 302 yards from scrimmage. That
Mhm.
ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now, if Jalen Hurts throws the ball for 300 yards, let's just say he has an efficient day, he throws for 240. He
Right.
throws for 3 to 4 touchdowns. You
Mhm.
walk to the middle of the field, say, congratulations, hell of a
Patience.
job. Good luck next week.
Right.
But I tell you what I'm not gonna do. Damn, Saquon, you got us again, boy. You hell, man. Hey, you should be. That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
That's not. My defense ain't gonna be saying that.
Right.
That's not
I'm
going to happen. I'm going to make someone. Now it's different because when you're like, okay, I'm not going to let Lamar beat me. Well, you got Derrick Henry. I still believe I would force Lamar to throw the ball from the pocket because
Mhm.
I let him get outside Ocho. I'm at his mercy.
Yeah. Every
Ocho,
time.
what do? I let him outside, Ocho. If
Every
I
time.
come up, he gonna throw the ball over my head. If I
Mhm.
stay back, he gonna get 20. He gonna get a running start at me. Now I got
Yeah.
to try to tackle this mofo in middle in space.
And open space? Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
when you're dealing with a guy like him, like Lamar, you're dealing with a guy like a Josh Allen, or you're dealing with a guy like Jayden Daniels. You know what, bro? If y'all beat me from the pocket, take off with it. Because I can't let you have. You can't be. At least I can see you. I can keep you in this little space right here. It's
Right.
difficult. I mean, because you're dealing with great players. Lamar Jackson, we believe he'll be a 3-time MVP
Yeah.
February the 6th. That's when the honors is, and that's when they're going to announce the MVP.
Mhm.
But at least I can keep him in this space.
Right.
I let him outside, Ocho. He throwing the ball to Andrews and Likely. He got Bateman. We don't know if Zay Flowers is going to be able to play. And now I got to deal with his legs, and he doing all this herky jerky stuff, and he's starting and stopping and spinning on me. He
Right.
got me on his highlight reel. Now it's like, yeah, see, this is why he a 99. Thanks
Yeah.
to me. He done juked me, got me on the ground. He on everybody, ESPN, everybody running clips, Ocho. Man,
Yeah.
you let Lamar do what you mean let? Hell no, I ain't let him do that. You think I let the man embarrass me?
Yeah.
But the Commanders, man, I was really impressed. I didn't have them win. I didn't put them on my bingo card to win this ball game.
Honestly, I didn't have him win either. I didn't have him winning either, just based on what the Lions had done in the regular season and how well they played.
The only
That's
thing, and
all.
I've been saying this all
And
year with the
I'm at fault. Commander fans, if you're in the chat, I apologize. I apologize. I wasn't familiar with y'all game. I am
but
now.
Ocho, but what we couldn't predict was the turnovers.
Yeah.
If now, because think about it, Ocho, you gave up 7 points on your possession.
Mm-hmm.
The Commanders didn't even have the ball, and you let them get 7 points.
7 points.
Now you fumbled the ball. Now you took points off the board. That was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that pick was on second down. So
Right.
you got another crack at it, and maybe you get a touchdown. At least you're probably going to walk away with 3. So,
Mhm.
excuse me, you took points off the board twice.
Yeah.
And so when you play like that, even at home, Ocho, and I tell people, come playoff time, I would rather be on the road because you can feel it start to slip away, and you can feel like the crowd hangs on every play.
Yeah.
Like damn, ooh,
And it
you feel it, you sense it,
get real quiet.
man.
It get real quiet.
But hey, I can't say enough good things about what the Commanders have been able to do. The
Mhm.
stable environment that Josh Harris, Magic. Hey, Jerry, how you looking? All the quarterbacks that you had, and you ain't been here in a long, long time. This man did this with a rookie. Think about how many quarterbacks you done paid, and all you do is yap. I ain't even know if you've never seen Josh Harris, you would never heard his voice. Even when they made the playoffs, you heard what he said. He had Magic Johnson in there. He said, "Hey, you hire good people, you give them a stable environment, and things will blossom. Things will flourish." He ain't say nothing about him. He doing a great job. He ain't say he bought a team to have bought an occupation.
Mhm.
Who pays for a job, Ocho? I paid for the job at ESPN. I bought that seat. Who says that? Who says they bought an occupation? A very arrogant person says that I purchased the job.
Yeah.
But okay, you're not doing a good job of it.
Mm-mm.
You're not. But man, the Commanders, I can't say enough good thing about them, Ocho. That young man they got at quarterback, the number 5, he's everything. I know they thought that when they drafted him, they
Yeah.
thought they saw all this. I
Mhm.
don't know if they saw it this soon.
Yeah.
As a rookie,
Mhm.
we're in the NFC Championship game, Ocho. Ocho,
Yeah.
we had the second pick in the draft.
Year 1 though.
That's what I'm saying. Here, Ocho, what big changes that they got other than the coach? Look at Terry McLaurin was there.
Yeah.
Zach,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, Zach Ertz was there.
Yeah. It's
I'm trying.
one.
So, okay, Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, he didn't put up the type of numbers that he did with the Chargers, where he was the fantasy darling, and
Right.
he made a pro. I think he made a Pro Bowl or something like that, Ocho.
But they
He didn't
use it
have that
different.
kind of.
Yeah,
Huh?
they use it different here though. They use
Yeah.
it.
They got Brian Robinson Jr. I think that's his name. The offensive line is pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
But the turnaround, that guy.
Yeah.
Go look at the teams that was in the playoffs. What they got? And
Every
look at
last
the teams that's not in the playoffs. What they don't have. Look at the quarterbacks. CJ, Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Lamar, Stafford. You got like overall draft pick. I mean, the latest you got was Jalen Hurts, who's a second round pick. Lamar, first rounder. CJ, first rounder. Stafford, first rounder. Jayden Daniels, first rounder. Lamar Jackson, first rounder. When you get that kind of stability at that position,
everything else becomes easy when you build around it.
Yep. Front office, head coach, quarterback changes are all huge for the Commanders, but the change in ownership should never be overlooked. Everybody knew Daniel Snyder was terrible, and you know, hey, it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. Boy, I sure would be love to be a fly on the wall as he's watching the game tonight.
Who you talk about?
Daniel Snyder.
You think he was watching?
Because he wouldn't sit his meddling ass down. He stayed in the way. Because you know him and Jared, him and Jared, they right hand. They deal. He wouldn't stay out the way. He wouldn't. Now he far out the way. He'd never get another team.
They wouldn't allow him, huh? Because the owners have to vote on that. They wouldn't allow him back in that circle.
See, they never released a report.
Oh, they knew they couldn't do that because it would have been a few other owners that wouldn't have a team.
Yeah. I don't know how you make a deal. Okay, I'm going to hire you to do this, but you can't release the report. You can't release the findings. Mm-hmm. So why the hell did you Let's move on, Ocho. We ain't got to go. We ain't got to do that, Ocho. Ocho.
Yeah.
For the 7th consecutive season.
Crazy, huh?
The Kansas City Chiefs find themselves in the AFC Championship game.
Crazy, huh?
The Chiefs defeated the Texans 23-14. The Texans outplayed the Chiefs on offense and defense for much of the first 3 quarters. Mm-hmm. But that Mahomes boy gonna find a way.
Yeah, he is.
The man, they got him going down. He Supermans it. Finds Kelsey. But I told you, nephew, he don't have the legs that he once had.
Yes, sir.
But he's a professional get open guy. Mm-hmm. That's what Travis Kelce is now. Can he run like he once could? No. Had he been able to run like he once could, he'd probably have 200 plus yards today. Mm-hmm. But he can't run like that. But what he can do is still get open.
Yeah.
And he can see things like he and my homeboy struggled this year of getting that connection, Ocho, what we had seen them have for the past 6 years.
Yeah.
But when it needed it,
that
Wi-Fi, you know where he's going. And they did a great job. They doubled him a lot of times, Ocho. You see him, he run the basic cross. They got the safety coming down to take it away.
Yeah.
They played in and out on him. But look, check this out. And I said this before. And people they keep saying, Travis Kelce is the greatest tight end ever play. He's #1 in playoff in catches over Jerry Rice. He's 200 yards behind Jerry Rice for the most receiving yards in playoff history. Mm-hmm. He's 2 touchdowns behind Jerry Rice for the most touchdowns in playoff history.
Yes, sir.
10 Pro Bowls. He had like 7, 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Mm-hmm. No other tight end has more than 4. Right. He has 7, 8 straight. Remember, Ocho, he would have had another one. They sat him out last year because they was already locked into the 3 seed. Mm-hmm. The thing that's most impressive about him, as great as he is in the regular season, he's even better in the postseason. And that's not a knock on anybody. The 2 top tight ends for me are him and Gronk.
Yeah.
I think it's him and Gronk. I'm taking Trav. That's not to say I don't like Gronk. I think Gronk is phenomenal.
He is.
His relationship with Brady is just like what Trav had with my homeboy.
Yeah.
But you can't deny the numbers. Mm-hmm. Regular season, the Pro Bowls, the All Pros, the way big game after big game after big. Have you ever left a playoff game and say, "Man, Trav let us down, man. Man, he ain't play good today."
Never that.
Ocho, and I'm talking about when the money we shoving all the money. Hey, it's finality now. The
Mhm.
playoffs is all about finality.
Right.
Ain't no, hey, we'll look at the tape. We'll bounce back next week. Next week is 8 months from now. This
Yeah.
guy has been money.
Mhm.
172 postseason receptions.
That's crazy.
He's far away. He's not done. He has 2,020 yards. That's second all time. We know Jerry. Jerry's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Not just because of what he did in the regular season. When you ever see a game where you say, "Well, Jerry let us down in the postseason."
Man, please.
He's two in yards and touchdown. He's a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
He's a tight end.
Yeah.
And he has 1,000 catches.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't a whole lot of 1,000 catch guys. What is it, 10, 12, Ocho?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Only what? I think Gonzo it has the record. He has like 1,300. I think Witten has like 1,100. And I think he's the next tight end. He has 1,000. I think Gates had like 9. I think Gates had 9, maybe 9 something. And then everybody else kind of after me but he for me, Ocho, and the most 100 catch playoff games in postseason history. Can I interest you in that?
No, that's
a tight end. He's won
crazy.
in most 100-yard games. He's won in catches. He's 2 in yards. He's 2 in touchdowns.
And you know what makes most of that possible too, if you think about it, if he was on any other team, it wouldn't be the same.
No.
The production, the numbers, the accolades, it wouldn't be the same. And just the right fit, the right offense, the right quarterback, the right play calling, the right creativity, and everything, the rest take care of itself.
Ocho, he went to the Pro Bowl with Alex Smith.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't talk about this guy like we do now until he got my homeboy.
Yeah.
Let's be 1,000. And he was a phenomenal player.
He was good then too now.
Yes.
He was good then too.
I think he's gone to 10 straight Pro Bowls. You got to be good to go to 10 straight.
Mm-hmm.
And there are times that he had Kittle not had those all-world seasons. He might have have a couple of more first-team All-Pros.
Yeah.
Look at Brock Bowers had a historic season. But the 10 consecutive Pro Bowls for a tight end, what he's been able to do, his body of work, when it's all said and done, I think right now it's just he and Gronk at the table having a discussion. I don't know, boy. Hey, bro, we don't need to we don't need to discuss it among ourselves.
Right.
We'll let other people discuss it.
Yeah.
I think it's them two. I love them both. Watch them both. It's funny. They both got the same number. Both played. You'll probably say when it's all said and done, they played with the 2 greatest quarterbacks of all time.
All time, yeah.
That definitely helps. But what he's been able to do, man, like I said, at this point in time, he doesn't have the legs that he once had. He's just a professional guy that knows how to get open.
Very savvy.
That's it.
Very savvy.
That's it.
Being able to read defenses. And the funny thing about it, not only getting open, is him and Mahomes be on the same page and knowing when to settle. Knowing where to settle, knowing where to be at. And every time, man. Never fail.
If you play Kansas City, and if you play a Steve Spagnuolo defense,
yes, sir.
The moment he feels threatened, he's coming with the bomb blitz. He finna blow it up.
Yeah.
The moment you threaten him, he's coming. Hell, I know that. How Chiefs don't know? I mean, how the Texans don't know that? Bro, they're gonna come. If you threaten him, he's coming with the blitz.
Yeah.
He's gonna blow it up. He'll throw caution to the wind. Damn that safety in the middle of the field. I'm coming to get you. 7 sacks. They sacked him 7 times. They had 7 sacks in the fourth quarter? 3 by George Karlaftis. Yeah.
Karlaftis.
They got after him. CJ was back. CJ was called him. Look, they did a great job. I think you know what? Karlaftis got him early when he tackled him out of bounds. He kind of tweaked that ankle.
Tweaked up his ankle a little bit.
Yeah.
Tweaked a little bit.
But the thing is with Kansas City, you know this, Ocho. And I thought Texas did a good job. They didn't turn the ball over. I thought Joe Mixon ran the ball well enough. but they're gonna have to get better on the offensive line.
Yeah.
That's the next thing they do now, Ocho. They got Tank Dell's gonna miss some time, Ocho. He gonna miss some time. I wouldn't count on him coming back next year early. I don't know what they're gonna do with Stephon Diggs. If he's gonna take, I don't think nobody's gonna give him that $30 million coming off an ACL injury, so he might have to take a 1-year deal. I don't know if he wants for it to be there. I would look at staying there because I got a really good quarterback. I got Nico Collins on one side. I like Dalton Schultz at the tight end. Bro, that's a bull job that you did on that pass blocking. Look here, bro. I ain't saying you got to be Mark Bavaro or Gronk or George Kittle, but bro, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Ogumba Wale, that's some bull jive. 2 guys should be able to block. A running back and a tight end should be able to block a defensive end.
Yeah.
2 guys should be able to, unless it's Reggie or one of the all-worlds, LT, something like that. Ain't no way that's some half-hearted ass effort.
Yeah.
That ticked me off.
And you know what else watching the game, obviously, a lot of chirping, obviously, from some prominent figures in the NFL that are part of the NFL in general, talking about some of the calls that were made in favor of the Chiefs. I mean, we hear this all the time, especially around the postseason time, sometimes in the regular season as well. It seems calls are always convenient when it matters most for them to give them whatever it may be, And one of the things that's starting to bother me just a little bit. I love Mahomes. I love everything they're doing. It's just that Mahomes is intentionally playing with defenders to draw some of these.
He slowed down and the guy pushed him. Bro, you still in bounds. Yeah, and then he went limp. He went limp on him, Ocho, but he was still in bounds. Bro, get your ass out of bounds.
He's doing it on purpose, though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's forcing the ref to throw flags, and the refs are starting to get a little jumpy. So every time, but Mahomes is playing around. He's doing it purposely because he's taking advantage of the rules and knowing that he could take advantage of it, and he's flopping sometime.
And the late slide, that was a late slide. I don't know what the guy, because he got the last second. He go down. I don't know what you want me to do. I've already committed. I'm committed to lighting his ass up.
He's doing it on purpose because he knows he can take advantage of the rules. So why not? Now I'm not sure. It's probably too late now, but at some point next year, the competition committee or whoever the powers may be, they implement a rule.
Now when it comes to that quarterback, they're gonna protect. Hey,
they're gonna protect
the rule. This is what was told to me. When in doubt, if it's a quarterback, throw the flag. I don't care if you get it wrong. We will not hold that against you. When in doubt, if it's the quarterback, throw the flag.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm sure the chat, if y'all watch the game today, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong, and I'm not saying nothing bad. The Chiefs are great, and all that they do. Patrick Mahomes, one of the best ever.
Ocho.
He's taking advantage of the rules a little bit.
Ocho.
Just a little bit.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
We heard the same thing when Tom Brady and the Patriots were winning.
Right.
It was the referee. We heard the same thing, Ocho.
Yeah.
And we saw Tom Brady get a call. Chris Jones hit the man in the shoulder pad. They said he hit the man in the head. He didn't touch his head.
Yeah.
There are a lot of phantom calls. It happens.
Yeah.
They called a penalty tonight on Montgomery. That man ain't touching Montgomery's face mask.
Yeah. Oh, he had
his shoulder pad.
But then you know what?
And because his head went back, boom.
Yeah. But you have to understand. Remember, we see it in slow motion.
Yes.
The rest are seeing it in
real time. And it looks like his head does this, and it looked like, he grabbed his face mask. That man ain't touched that man's face mask.
Right. You're right.
And you throw that flag, you shouldn't be allowed to say face or mask the rest of the year.
You're right. But listen, man.
And I think the biggest call, what got him, is that when Mahomes overthrew Kelsey and Will Anderson hit him in the chest, and they thought he hit him in his chin.
And they didn't. They couldn't reverse it.
No.
They couldn't reverse it. If you talk about, and hey, listen, Mahomes sold it now.
Yes.
He sold it.
Good.
He sold it.
Because what would Brady do? Every time they would hit Brady somewhat late, he turned and look at the official.
Yeah.
That's what the quarterback. Hey, bro, you're not gonna do anything about that.
Right. But
look at how many times you ever saw the official come to the sideline and talk to any other player, like the official went to the sideline and talked to Josh Allen? I have never seen an official come
Right.
to the sideline and talk to a player. Say,
No.
look, because he could have threw a flag, all that yelling. They threw a flag on Tom Brady one time, but Tom was probably MFing him. Normally they throw a flag on you. You know, you keep
Yeah.
yelling. They tell you're
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, you need to calm down now. Stop yelling.
I've seen it a few times. I've seen it with Brady. Obviously, I've seen it with Josh Allen. And in basketball, I saw it with Michael Jordan.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Ocho, the Texans are the first team in NFL postseason history to
Mhm.
outgain an opponent by 100 yards, have 0 turnovers, and lose. Prior to today, teams were 49-0 in such games.
Mm. Special. Them boys special, man.
They just know how to win.
Them boys
And there's an
special.
expectation when you've been in this situation, you got to beat them.
Yeah.
How many times? It's normally not you had to beat Tom.
Convincingly.
You had to beat him.
Convincingly, yeah.
The only thing you don't want to have happen, you didn't want Tom to have the ball with a chance to beat your ass
Woo.
late in the ball game. You want to be taking a knee.
Mhm.
Because it's the same thing with Mahomes. You don't want him to have the ball late with the ball in his hand. And I will say this about the Chiefs, Ocho. You get the ball to start your offense on the 13-yard line and you kick a field goal,
Yeah.
next week you're going home. You do that against Buffalo or Baltimore, you're going home.
Right. Yeah.
You're going home. They got the ball again and they settle for another field goal. Now, I don't know what the Texans gonna do with their kicker, but there's a good chance they're gonna probably be on the market for another one.
Yeah. I'm right here if they need one.
I don't know what they're gonna do with him, Ocho.
Listen, you heard what I said. If they need a kicker, I'm right here.
I mean, in one of the kicks, that first kick wasn't even close.
Nah. Oh, it went wide right.
Yes.
It went wide right. Like, what are we doing? In a game like that, where
And then he missed an extra point, Ocho. Do you know how deflating that is, Ocho? Now we about to tie the game up, and I look, yeah, bro. Hey, nice run. Hey, nice run, Joe. Nice run, mix. Hey, want to put him in the blender, mix, blah, blah, blah. And then you like, oh, yeah, about to tie this thing up. Oh, man. Damn.
Listen, take the wind right out your sails.
Yeah, man.
The wind right out your sails.
I mean, you try to put on the problem. That's okay. That's okay. We good. No, bro, we are behind. If they don't do anything else, if we don't do anything else,
Right.
we lose.
Dude, yeah.
Oh man. Ocho, there's been a lot said about the refs favoring the Chiefs. The Texans spoke about it after the game. Let's take a listen to what CJ had to say first.
Yeah, those things are tough. I'm not going to go back and forth on what I thought was a call, what I thought wasn't a call, and it's one of those things you kind of know what's up before you even walk in the arena. And we got to be better and just being accountable and sound. And, some things, I think we had a couple calls that weren't called that I'm begging for, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like I can't argue with the ref and at the same time play football. I got to go and do my job. So, I would say, it's definitely some things that I would question, but at the same time, they're the professionals. They're getting paid to be refs, and, they did ultimately their best. And, but, this kind of thing, it's us against the world, when you're playing in these type of environments and games.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
If everybody keeps saying the same thing every year,
Mm-hmm.
every regular season, every postseason, when it comes to the Chiefs, questionable calls that are always convenient, and it seems they always side for the Chiefs. At what point are the people right? And there's not an excuse made every single time. If someone's always saying the same thing all the time, if there's smoke, there's fire. If there's smoke, there's fire somewhere. Everybody can't be wrong about it. The coaches say it, the fans say it. Sometimes the people in the chat may say it. The people that don't agree are the people that are actually Chiefs fans. But I'm just saying, I don't have a horse in this race. I'm just saying I see questionable things that happen at times that favor the Chiefs.
Did you see questionable calls with Kobe? Did you see questionable calls with Michael Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You saw questionable calls with Brady too, did you?
Okay. So you know what it is. Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Let's take a listen to what Joe Mixon had to say.
Everybody know how it is playing up here you can never leave it into the ref's hands. But I mean, the whole world see, man, like what it is, bro. But it is what it is. You know, like I said, when it come down to it, you can't never leave it into the ref's hands, man, and things like that. But it's all good, though.
Vic Lombardi, I know Vic. He rides out of Denver. He said, "Yeah, I'm done. Mahomes can't get separate rules." Vic,
See?
Vic, he's from Denver.
Okay. See?
So
Listen, everybody can't be blind to the fact now.
yeah,
Not everybody. The players say it, the coaches say it, people from the outside that are prominent figures, like I said earlier, in the NFL that have been watching the game for a very long time, and they can see it. Now, I see it sometimes as a former player, occasionally, not often, but most of the time when they do get calls, the calls are warranted when I see it in slow motion. Okay, you know what? The fans might say that's some bull jive, but as a fan, I mean, actually as a player and a fan of the game now, okay, that was warranted. That's really a call.
Yeah, I feel, but Ocho, but you and I, we discuss it every week, bro. I mean, the guy land on the quarterback, personal foul, bro. I'm like, so what you want me to do? You want me to lay this mofo down? I'm not finna put him in bed.
Well, hold on. Now, you know, Unc, sometimes them D linemen, them D tackles, that not only do they tackle you when they take you to the ground, you know, they putting all their weight on you too now.
Yeah, but Ocho, I see guys try to
Open the hands.
Yeah, it's so
Okay,
I ain't trying to drop my weight on him, and they still throw the flag.
Right.
They're gonna protect the quarterback,
Every
and
time.
I get it, and I get frustrated too because sometimes I see it, I'm like, bro, that's not a penalty. I mean, you got to let the guys play at some point in time, but they have been told if there's any doubt in your mind, and it's on that guy, throw the flag.
Yeah.
Throw the flag.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny is even without the goddamn calls in favor of the Chiefs, they would still be winning these games.
Yes.
Without the calls, they would still be winning these games because when it matters most and 15 has the ball in his hands, he's going to make it happen 99.9% of the time.
Ain't a whole lot.
Listen, I'm excited for him. I would love to see him three-peat. I would love to see him three-peat. I would love it because I would love to see Mahomes, Andy Reid.
Because we're probably never gonna see it again, Ocho.
No, we're not gonna see it again.
The Steelers in '79 had an opportunity. Right. They didn't get it done. Dallas had an opportunity. They lost in the conference championship because they won 92-93. They lost 94 to the 49ers. They came back and won again in 95. Right. San Francisco had an opportunity. They won 88-89. They lost in the championship game to the Giants in 90.
Yeah.
Green Bay, 67, 68.
Yeah.
They lost the three. We probably never. It's so hard, Ocho. It's hard. So because this is why you've seen more three-peats in other sports, the other major sports, the basketball, the hockey, the baseball, because it's a series. In football, it's one game, Ocho. One bad game. Jared Goff had one bad game. It's over.
You're going home. Yeah.
Think about it. Michael Jordan first championship, they lost game one. If that had been football, he'd have lost.
You're going home. Yeah.
But they went 4 straight. They're the champs. See, that's why it's so hard. That's why when people say football, because you get one chance, and it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
You got to show up that day.
That day.
Yeah.
That day.
As much as I'd love to see Mahomes make history and Kelsey.
Boy, we have a real serious conversation. You know that'll start. You talk about a debate for the GOAT.
Trust me, I absolutely know it. But I really want to see that young bull that got that raven on his helmet, that wear number 8.
Yeah.
Get that monkey. I want to see.
But the thing is, Ocho, I think if he were to unlock this and get there, the pressure, I can see him winning another 2. I can see him winning 3 in 5 years because the pressure will be off him. He get an opportunity to play freely.
Not that he's not playing freely now, but it's a different kind of free.
Because I got that championship. I got something y'all can't say, well, he couldn't win the big game. Y'all can say a lot, but y'all can never say I wasn't a champion. You can't never say I wasn't a champion. And once you become a champion, you get that taste. It's like, that's why, a lot of times animals, they put them down, Ocho, once they bite something, or because they got that taste in their mouth. Oh, man. And boy, Lamar Jackson, he F around and get a Super Bowl, and now he going to play free. Lord help us all.
That's
y'all got hell. I just want y'all to know y'all got hell on your hands. I'm just put it out there. Ocho, there's a debate taking a storm on Twitter. Steve Spagnuolo has an argument to be the NFL's first ever assistant coach to eventually be a Hall of Famer. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think he the Giants DC when they knocked off Brady.
He was?
I think so. Ash, check that. Wasn't he? I think he was. Yeah, I think it was Spags. So he's got 5. So if he was the Giants DC, so 07 and 08, so he got the first one with the Giants. He wasn't there for the second one? Okay, he got the first one with the Giants. Think about it. He pulled the biggest upset in NFL history. He's the defense. Tom Brady, at that point in time, they had scored the most points in a single game. They had the highest scoring average.
Yeah.
He held them to 17 points below their average. Brady was the first ever unanimous MVP. 50 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 4,800 yards. He held him to 17 points.
That was that 07 year.
No, he held him to 14 points.
That was that 07 season with Moss, huh?
Yep.
Boy, they was on fire that year, boy.
I'm just saying, Commanders win has a current and former Cowboy great going at it on Twitter. Dan tweeted, first, Dan Quinn do it. What Dan Quinn is doing in Washington, Jerry, everybody needs to go, including Zim. I knew Washington was going to be successful because of DQ. Daz, why you keep saying Jerry? Jerry had an opportunity to hire Dan Quinn, and he kept Mike McCarthy. So when are you going to I understand you have a great, I understand your relationship with Jerry, but when are you going to put this at Jerry's feet? Because that guy didn't take a job because he thought he was going to get the job.
Right.
And then once it became abundantly clear Jerry was going to drag his feet, he took another job. What you want that man to do? I ain't finna be no damn coach and waiting for the rest of my life. Keep passing over opportunity after opportunity while Jared swing his feet. Hell nah. Jared Daniels, from now on, I'll speak truth about my Cowboys, good or bad. Jared has built a great brand. That's all he's done, brand. And now it's time for the team to start winning. It's time for a real culture shift. I'm fed up with all this nepotism. Get someone in there who can win games. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, time out. What you mean? That's what they are, brand. That's what this is. What you mean to start winning? Culture. You can't have culture, Daz Bryant, when your owner doing what he does.
Yeah. You know what culture starts at, Unc? You know what culture starts at? That start from the top. Culture don't start from the coach. Culture start from the top.
Hold on, Ocho, before you go any farther.
Well,
Michael Farson responded. Stuff that irritates me, Daz, because you had enough. He misspelled it. He put a T in front of it, but I know what he meant. You had enough talent and was probably one of the greatest in your time. You could have changed the culture, brother. You could have changed the culture.
Wait a minute now.
Michael Parsons. What does the front office have to do with players' action and players be responsible for their actions? Daz shot back. I had to double back because you really said I could have changed the culture, emphasize that. As if you don't know, I was never on a yes man political ass kissing ish. I sacrificed myself so a lot of you could do what you do. I'm on some ish way deeper than football. You're really too young to understand. You realize that soon you need to do more people like don't give a F for the better of the athletes. The way I talked to Jared was the way versus the way you talk to Jared is totally different. Let it sink in.
Come on now.
Uh-oh. That's what you say you like that. You told me you like when the players speak truth.
Hey,
That's what you told me.
I like that. See? You see what you get from Daz? Now, if we can get all the players, even the active players, to start talking their truth, but Dez always been Dez since day one now. Dez ain't never changed. Dez ain't never conformed. Dez was never PC. So what you're hearing from here now is nothing new. That's always been him.
I don't believe you can have a culture as long as Jerry's the owner.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you need one voice. That voice needs to emanate from the coach.
Mm-hmm.
If I can circumvent anything that the coach, any authority that the coach have by going to his superior, how does the coach lay a foundation to establish said culture?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that they know in New England, ain't nobody going to Bob Kraft, Mr. Kraft, and circumvent anything Coach Belichick.
Right.
I had a great relationship with Mr. Bolin.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
I wish I would have took my happy black ass upstairs and said, Mr. B, let me tell you what Mike talking about. He gonna look at me like, Sharpie, what you want me to do?
Right.
Nothing. Don't tell him I came up here to your office to tell you. Let's start with that. Let's keep this between us.
Right.
The thing is that when you have one voice, now that takes a lot. Well, where is this coming from? Who is this coming from? See, here's the thing, Ocho, the problem that they have in Cowboys. They know when Mike McCarthy stands in front of them, that's Jerry's talking. He's moving his mouth, but Jerry is, he's Geppetto.
Yeah.
The difference is when Mike Shanahan stood up there and talked,
that's him.
That was Mike.
Yeah.
But also he gave us remember, nah, bro, we're not gonna do that. What's your weight? Okay, bring your ass in, make weight.
Right.
Hey, I'm their guy. Hey, go get on the bike. It ain't but 2 pounds. Go get on the bike for 10 minutes. Hey, you good. You're going to be able to drop that, bro. Go get in the hot tub.
2 pounds. Go get the sauna.
Yes, bro. That's our responsibility. Bro, clean up come on, bro. Here's the laundry basket right there. You going to throw the towel on the floor, bro? Really? That's what you're going to do? You can't get the towel right there by you.
Yeah.
And you just leave the towel in front of your locker. You leave the towel. Bro, come on now. Bro, clean. Mike gave us the authority to police the locker room.
Yeah.
We had established a culture that I had adopted from the older guys, from the Dennis Smith and the Steve Atwater and the Mex and the John. And hopefully that my job was to try to pass that on.
Right.
That's what you got to have, Ocho. The guys that when you see Ray and the way you conduct yourself and he's watching the way Woody and how we do things, myself and Rod, hopefully he passed that along and the culture was established. Right. And so now you get an Ed Reed and you got a Suggs and you got guys like that. That's what you play like a Raven. They're never going to have that because Jerry won't allow it. Jerry won't allow it. I mean, a lot of things transpire. Hold on, Ocho. There are a lot of things that happen once I left. Once I leave, Ocho, I just try to put the guys in the best situations I possibly could to be successful. But there's a lot of things going on, a lot of dealings that I wouldn't have tolerated. I said, guys, we got to be professional and all that other stuff. This the kind of stuff that tear the fabric from a locker room. You know that's somebody's people, and then you trying to go behind their back and you trying to do no. That ain't how we do stuff right here. I don't go for that. And I'm just trying to figure out why you trying to do that. Why you mad at him about trying to see some girl and you married? How that look? I'm confused. I'm like, bro,
that happened.
I'm talking just like I'm talking to you. I said, bro, let me ask you a question. How you mad at him? Talking about that's your girl. You married with 3 kids.
That's real? That happened for real?
Man, look here, bro. Ocho, let me tell you.
I
kept the peace. My job was not only to play, my job was to keep the peace and keep stuff like that. Because that would tear a locker room apart.
Oh, yeah. And that ain't got nothing to do with football.
Ain't got nothing to do with football. We're going to keep football.
Right.
That's what we going to do. Bro, your wife get wind of this right here because at the end of the day, he going to get mad at you. You doing things to try to salt him up. He go tell your wife, now what? Now you're going to want to fight.
Yeah.
Why you fighting a man that's single about seeing somebody, you married, and you trying to get at her? Come on, bro. It don't work like that. You get one. You get one. You get your wife. You get your main one. You can't take 3 or 4 off the shelf and put them in the back. You know, like Foot Locker, Ocho, you got a boy working there. Hey, put a pair of shoes in the back for me.
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes,
you
sir.
get one. You get to put one on the shelf and everybody stay away from. Other than that, it's fair game. It's fair game. So you not finna hide 4, 5 pair of shoes. We're selling them shoes, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. But see, that's the job of a leader, is to keep the peace in the locker room, because there are a lot of things that can eat at the fabric of a locker room that ain't got nothing to do with football. It ain't got nothing to do with money. Hey, we'll keep money out of this.
Right.
Look, all that gambling, look, like Mike said, like rookies, we didn't really let a whole lot of rookies gamble because first of all, y'all ain't got that kind of money.
To be losing.
And right. And we can't have, Mike said, look, I can't have y'all out there. Y'all owe 84, $20,000, and you thinking about that. Oh yeah. So look, no, come on, guys. But that culture thing is true. People don't realize it. People don't realize how valuable culture is in a locker room until you don't have that veteran leadership in there, and you get guys running amok doing all kind of things.
Right.
And then you like, well, damn. I realized that Sharpe had more value. He was valuable, and I'm not talking about just on the field. Because what Mike didn't realize until I left, a lot of things that I snuffed out never made it to him. He didn't know ish about it.
Right.
But that's what veterans do. That's what leaders do. You come together, you say, hey, bro, what's really going on? What's the problem? Okay, you got a problem at home? Okay, how can we help? What's going on? What does she think you're doing? Bro, you cannot go out and come in at 3, 4 in the morning. What homeboy you got? So what you telling her? You can't tell her I'm out. Hell, because I don't even go out with my own homeboys and come in at 3, 4 in the morning.
Right.
I used to tell Bucket all the time. Nah, bro, you're not finna mess up my home.
Right.
Hey, my homeboy in town, can y'all? Hey, yeah, Sharpe, man. Hey, come on, Bucket. You not finna mess up my home. Got me coming because you want to come in at 3, 4 in the morning. Oh, hell no. No, bro, you can't do that. I'm not gonna tell you, you grown ass man, but I'm not gonna tell you what you can and I'm gonna tell you what you shouldn't do. I can't tell you what you can't do because you're grown, but I'm gonna tell you what you shouldn't do.
That's all.
And if you want peace, because at some point in time, Mike gonna wonder why your play slipping, why you seem distracted, why you keep busting assignments, why you're not where you're supposed to be. And then eventually, hey, Mike Shanahan cut you. I ain't telling you like, oh, Mike will eat $5 million, $6 million. He will cut your ass.
Right.
So I just want to know how you want to play this thing. Man, Sharpe, man, hey, I appreciate that. Bro, I appreciate you coming to me. But I can't keep Mike off your ass if you keep making these kind of mistakes, because I can only lie so much. So, hey, 84, what's going on with such and such? You know, everybody, we go by numbers. 84, what's going on with such and such?
Yeah.
Huh? I'm pretending dumb. I know, Ocho. Huh?
Right.
What you mean, Mike? You seem distracted. I mean, Mike stopped practice. Dude blew an assignment. He's like, hey, what the F you do last night? Dude had to think about it. Nothing. Well, get your head out of you know what.
Yeah.
You effing up.
Hey, that's funny, Unc, how you say this, because normally I'm just thinking about me from my personal experience. When I have outside issues, even when I was playing, they didn't affect me because my outlet and my sense of peace was being in practice. And then once I touched that green grass in between those white lines, everything that's going on in the outside world, it went away.
But see,
and it's crazy how you said players allow what was going on the outside to affect them on the field when I couldn't wait to get to the field, because that gave me my sense of finally,
yes,
I ain't got to worry about that bullshit.
But here's the thing though, Ocho. Maybe you didn't. As soon as we get a little 5-minute break, they run to the phone. Oh, they in the corner. They outside on the cell phone.
Okay.
Well, you can't get away from it because you bringing it in.
Yeah. I ain't play that, boy. I couldn't wait.
I'm like, guys, you can't get away from the dog poop if you step in it and bring it in the house. Leave it out there.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. You think you slick, boy. You ain't finna get away with that one, boy. I can use that one on my kids.
Yeah, and that's the Ocho. That's the thing, and I think a lot of times because the guys saw the way I conducted myself,
right,
that I always tried to be professional because I know people watching. I knew the guys were watching, but as an older player, Ocho, and even though I was young, I was in my 20s,
yes, sir,
early 20s. I thought of myself as a leader because of the way I conducted myself. I wasn't out at night. Knew what I had to do. Once I learned the offense, thanks to John. Once I knew what I had to do, Ocho, I love the responsibility because I've always been responsible.
Right.
College, my last couple of years in high school, but culture is a big. I guarantee you, check the teams that's winning culture. I'm not saying they're 100% as far as guys not being late, but check their culture.
Yeah.
Go look at the Ravens. Go look at Kansas City. Look at the teams that win consistently. And even when they hit a rough patch, that's when you tell. That's when you'll find out a lot about your culture. You don't really find out about it when you win it.
Yeah.
It's when you hit those rough patches. You see how they did Zeke? They make it seem like Zeke had never been late before. But what happened was they were tolerating things in wins. They couldn't do it in a loss. Oh, we're going to let Zeke go. Y'all going to let the man go? Oh, so he can catch on with another team. Where they do that at, Ocho? They can't fool me.
See, so you would have had fun playing with me. You would have had fun. Could you imagine if we was on the same team?
Ocho.
What happened?
Oh yeah. I had you right, Ocho. Ocho.
What?
I guarantee you.
I was the first one in the stadium. Now I was different. Now
I guarantee you.
Huh?
Jordan, screen went out. Ocho, I guarantee you. Had I been your teammate, you'd been a first ballot.
Who?
You'd have been a first ballot.
Shit, I am first ballot.
You'd have been up there. You'd have went in. Hold on, I went in there. You'd have went in 20. You played 11 years. You came in 01.
Wow.
You came in 02?
01?
01, yeah. Yeah, because you called a little cheat. I think you about to call a little something on us my last year in Baltimore.
Always. You know, I slice y'all up every time.
Whatever. Ocho, check this out.
Talk to me now.
Tyreek Hill released his rank as the top 10 quarterbacks this season. It's on your screen. He got two at number one. Lamar Jackson 2, Josh Allen 3, Dak Prescott 4, Jared Goff 5, Brock Purdy 6, Jalen Hurts 7, Kirk Cousins 8, Jayden Daniels 9, Bo Nix 10.
Hold on. Now, what we need to talk about before you say anything, Tyreek, when did you make this list? Because I see Kirk Cousins on there, and I'm not sure at what point you made this list, but it couldn't have been just now or recently. It couldn't have been. This must have been
I disregard everything he said because he got his quarterback to one.
Well, now, you got to put
Ocho, let me ask you a question. If you got the number one quarterback in the NFL, you trying to get up out of there?
He ain't going nowhere.
But do you say that?
No.
Okay, then. So that lets you know right there, his quarterback ain't number one.
Now let's understand and remember his frustrations about doing cardio for 3 quarters and understand why he said that. And they put a camera in front of his face before he could calm down. Remember when we go to the rookie symposium? What's the first thing they tell you? If you're angry, don't go to the media. Calm yourself down. Take a deep breath. But no, as soon as the game ends, camera right in his face, he's still upset. What does he say? He answers emotionally and says things he shouldn't say. Does he actually mean it? At that time, probably. But once he comes down and gets back in his right state of mind, God damn it, I shouldn't have said that because
the mere fact that even if you the mere fact, I'm talking about how bad, even though when and we're gonna talk about this, even when Trav wasn't getting targets, You think Travis want to leave Patrick Mahomes?
Nah.
Now, the mere fact that he got one omission on that, I don't see the guy. Now, this guy in the last 5 years, he's won 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, and 2 MVPs, and he ain't on this list. And you mean to tell me you thought Kirk Cousins, you thought Brock Purdy, you thought Dak Prescott, you thought Tua had a better season, and he had a bad season based on who he is, and you think those guys had a better season than him?
Listen, that's what I'm talking about, Unc. I guarantee you this list isn't recent. I guarantee you it's not. I guarantee you it's not. You know?
I mean, well, damn. It ain't like we pulled it up from 3 years ago.
Right, but I'm just saying, unless this list was made to do exactly.
Ocho, Bo Nix is on the list. Bo Nix just got into the league this year.
Yeah, but listen, that's what I'm
Jayden
trying
Daniels just got into the league this year.
He made this list for this very specific reason, for us to be talking and engaging about his list, about said list.
Yes.
I like it. I like everybody. I like everybody on there. I don't like the Kirk Cousins. I don't like the Kirk Cousins based on the way
you like Dak Prescott. The guy missed 10 games.
Yeah, I like Dak. What you talking about? I'm not worried about him. I'm not talking about him missing the game. I like Dak. We talk about body of work. We talk about resume. Now,
what body?
Hey, don't listen. Don't disrespect Dak like that. Don't do that.
Hold on. He ain't got your guy. Hold on. You've been on me all year long about Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you know, Rick ain't no Bengals fan. He don't even watch us.
He ain't no fan of nobody. He should be a fan of. He should have a Tua, and Snoop should have been number 2.
Wait, who?
The backup quarterback, Huntley. I mean, you need to stall like Joe. He ain't got Joe on there.
Yeah, because this is his own personal preference on who he feels. We can't fault a man for putting up his preference on his opinion on who his top 10 is. Now, if we talk about quarterbacks, our top 10 is going to look completely different.
His list, the moment he said Tua was better than Mahomes, we should have disregarded everything when it comes to quarterback that come out of his mouth.
So it's null and void after that, huh?
Yeah. Yes, because that's so egregious. Ocho, Tua mom and dad won't say Tua better than my homeboy. You won't find nobody in Miami. Put it like this here. If your fan base would trade your quarterback for Mahomes, Lamar, Baltimore ain't trading, Josh Allen, but everybody else on this list, I guarantee you, they would trade their quarterback for Mahomes. You think Dallas would take Mahomes over Dak? You think Atlanta would take him over Kirk Cousins? Philly would take Mahomes over Jalen Hurts. San Fran would absolutely take him over Brock Purdy. Right. Detroit would absolutely take him.
Oh, I got one for you.
Who?
Will the Commanders take him over Jayden Daniels? Yeah, go ahead and think about that.
Yeah.
One now. What?
I would. Yeah, hell yeah. The only two, well, only one, Lamar. Because here's the thing. You're gonna have to run the offense. See, the thing is, Dak, that's a drop back. Jared Goff, drop back. Right. Jalen Hurts, he runs a very similar West Coast style system to what they run in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. To what they run in Atlanta. So there ain't gonna be a whole lot of drop off. Can you imagine my homeboy with Saquon behind him and AJ and Devontae? You remember when he had Tyreek and Sammy Watkins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They were eating, bro.
Okay. Can you imagine if he had Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Jonnu Smith, and Achane?
Mm-hmm. That's nasty.
Yeah. I don't see no Mahomes. I don't see no Joe Burrow. And you got some guys up there, Reek. We wish you well. Ocho.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning says he believes the teams fail young quarterbacks by constantly changing coaches and system. It bothers me that Bryce Young is on his 3rd play caller in 2 seasons. If you draft a guy, commit to a system, learning an offense is like learning a new language. It's not fair. I agree.
Yeah, but most definitely. But listen, you got to understand, the owners are impatient.
Yes.
The owners are extremely impatient because they're thinking every time we get a player, first round pick, we have to miraculously win right away all of a sudden. And that's not the way it works.
Well, Jayden Daniels and CJ Stroud messed it up though. Because you see what happened, Ocho? So everybody thinks that's it's supposed to happen like that. But that's few and far between. Peyton didn't go. Elway didn't make it his rookie. They're like, you go back and look at some of the greats and see their rookie season did not make the playoffs, and they did not look good. Everybody's not going to look like a Jayden Daniels. Everybody's not going to look like a CJ Stroud or an Andrew Luck or an RG3. And Baker played really well. His or Justin Herbert threw 30-plus touchdowns. Every rookie is not going to look like that. We've got to stop thinking, Ocho, that everybody that comes out is ready-made. Sometimes it's like a kid's toy. Some assembly is required. Everybody just wanted to open the package and just get the toy and just get it in there.
Yeah, it don't work like that.
No,
it don't work like that.
Damn.
And sometimes we are spoiled by quarterback play that is extravagant in their
yes.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
People turned the franchise around one season. Jayden Daniels turned the franchise around after 33 abysmal years in one season.
Yes.
Quarterbacks like that come around every so often.
Yes.
And then also the other pieces to the puzzle got to be there too. It already had a solid foundation. All you needed was that centerpiece to smooth out the concrete. That's why it looks the way it does.
Yes. But see, here's the thing. When you come from the business world, Ocho, you can change a CEO. And he might have an idea that like, boom. Or, okay, you know what, Ocho, you know what? Instead of the iPod, what if I do earbuds? What if I do a tablet? What if I do iPad?
Right.
So I can do things, I can have a create. But as a quarterback, you keep changing the play callers. He's learning an entirely different system.
Every offseason.
How you expect that man? Look at the continuity. Even when Brady was losing coordinators, they was running the exact same plays. That was the same offense. That was the same offense. Brett Favre lost coordinators. That was the same offense. That was the same. You got to have continuity. He needs to hear that. It might be a different voice, but he needs that verbiage to be the same. Yeah, you can put your spin on it. But that was Charlie White's offense that Bill O'Brien and Josh McDaniels, and then Josh McDaniels came and ran, and then for some reason, Coach Belichick put two slappies in there that didn't know, didn't know anything about offensive football, and it messed it up. But Peyton is absolutely right. But the biggest mistake is that you judge, you see how his old lady treat him? Well, I ain't got his old lady.
Right.
I got you. So I need to try to make this work with you.
Right.
And I can't judge my relationship of what they doing over there, Ocho. I don't know what he doing. He might be breaking on, hitting up with that Louisville slugger. Hey, you know what I'm saying, Ocho? You got a number 2 pencil. And so you can't do the damage that he doing. I'm just saying, I agree with Peyton 1,000%. Kind of had a conversation with him about that, is that everybody is so quick because they want instantaneous results.
Instant gratification, and it doesn't
It's
work
the lottery, Ocho. Oh, Ocho, damn getting up and go to work. Let me go buy this lottery ticket and hit it.
And hope. Yeah, it don't work like that.
That lottery microwave society. Put everything in the microwave and cook it in 2 minutes.
Yeah. And if you do, anytime you have instant gratification, it's always short-lived. Always short-lived.
You're right. Derrick Henry says he doesn't want to be called anything but Lightning McQueen. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to what D. Henry had to say.
I don't want to be calling anything else but McQueen, so don't call me Derrick, just call me McQueen. No, okay, it was funny. I didn't think that would be the comparison, but L is L. I told him he needed to be communicating when he's done playing, but I definitely got a kick in the laugh out of that.
Are you telling me he has to watch more movies, or
Say it again?
you telling me he has to watch more movies other than Pixar? Or?
No, I just made sure. I said, "Were you serious in that?" He was, "I was dead serious." I was like, "Okay then, well, McQueen it is then." But it was funny. I don't know who he was talking to. Who said it might be too old to watch this movie, but I'm sure everybody knows about the child, and everybody seemed like McQueen.
Hey, well, listen, Derrick Henry has earned the right to be called whatever the hell he want to be called. If he want to be Lightning McQueen, I'm calling him Lightning McQueen from now on, especially when we talk about the Ravens game tomorrow. Lightning McQueen it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that come from. Where that come from? That's from a movie.
Cars. You remember the movie Cars?
Oh, okay.
Mater.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Mater. Mater was my guy. I like Mater.
Goddamn.
Toad Mater. Man, I used to be I used to feel like, man, I'm one of the people think they probably think I'm a pervert because I be in there by myself, Ocho. It'd be parents with a theater full of kids, and I'm the only big grown ass man in there by himself with not one kid.
And that's me. Anytime the Minions comes out, anytime a Minions movie come out, I'm in there with all the kids.
Yeah, I'm looking at me like, what is this big grown ass man doing in a kids movie? Watching the movie, that's what I'm doing. Ocho.
Yeah.
During a recent episode of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, and reality show on Fox, Cam Newton opened up about his struggles of being a father of 8 kids, saying, I'm going into a different phase of my life that's going to require a different form of myself. Being in the NFL, everyone knows there's a large sum of money that comes to you in a short span of time. And being away from the game for 3 years, those checks don't come in the same. Like I got 8 kids. It hurts me knowing that I can't provide like I once did. It hurts me. It hurts thinking that I'm Superman, but in reality, I'm just a man.
I like that. But also, I think people are taking it a little bit out of context. Cam is saying, I can't provide the way I once used to when the money was coming in. Cam Newton is still able to provide for his kids, huh?
Right.
He's not able to provide in the way he wants or sees fit based on when he was playing the game of football.
He should be able to, though.
I mean, you should be able to. But if people, and obviously out there, if you understand Cam is a businessman.
Yeah.
Man, I know Cam personally. I know what Cam has going on off the field.
Yes.
From a business standpoint. So he is able to provide. He just can't provide the way he liked based on the kind of money he was making back then. And that's that's okay. That's okay. When the money does stop coming in like that, things have to, you got to discipline. You got to dumb it down a little bit and structure in a certain way so it can last. You got to remember this 18 years.
But let me ask you a question.
18 years.
So when you have 8 kids, what's the likelihood that if you have 8 kids, what's the likelihood that you're going to be in the NFL until all of them reach adulthood?
Well, it's not likely at all. It's not likely at all.
So you got to factor that in, right? You have to, Ocho, when you play the game, you and I played, and so you and I both speaking from experience. When you play and you're like, okay, if I'm in year 5, I'm in year 6, the average NFL career is 3.2 years. Yeah. So if I've already beat the average.
Yeah.
Let's just say I have an outstanding career. An outstanding career is 10 years. Well, if you still having kids, you have a kid in year 10, you're not going to be in the NFL when that kid turns 18.
Not at all.
I think sometimes, and I let me speak for me. I don't want to speak for anybody else. I'm going to speak for me. I think sometimes the problem that we run into, me, is that I was so focused on football that I neglected. I missed recitals.
Come on now.
I miss PT, parents teacher conferences. I miss football and soccer. So what I tried to do on the back end is try to buy things.
Try to make up for it.
To make up for it.
You can't.
And when I realized I can't make up for time.
Not with
it's
money.
the one currency
can't get
that
back.
you can't buy. It's the most valuable currency. I stopped. Had a conversation with my kids. I said, this is where we are. I said, y'all 12, 13, 14 years of age now. I can't get back what I lost. At that time, 12, 13, they still didn't understand.
Right.
It wasn't until they got to college that individually they came and was like, Dad, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. He said, yeah, sometimes I wish you was there, but there was never a doubt that you loved us. You made sure we had the best of everything. I said, that was the way that I could show you that I love you. I said, because I grew up in a situation, my grandfather and grandmother, they never told me. I knew they loved me. Right. Because what they said, you got a roof over your head, you got food in your stomach, just like fences. Everything Denzel was telling his son in that movie, that's what my grandfather and grandmothers, so I knew they loved me. And so I think sometimes you try to get back what is lost through gifts, through presents, through money. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So now I just try to spend as much time with them as I can. I can't get back what I lost. Right. They know why I did what I did. Now they get an opportunity to see the sacrifices that it takes to be a parent. And I've always tried to be there, like and like when they had questions, be it boy, obviously my daughter, my oldest daughter, she would talk. She was more open and would talk about things like that. My son a little bit. He kind of a little bit more like me, a little bit more private. They're all private, but they would open up. And the best thing that I could do is that I could give them a point of view, especially the girls, from a male's point of view,
right?
From an athlete, somebody that got money, and try to help them to the game. Well, Daddy, he said this. I said, but let me ask you a question. He said this, but what did he do? Okay, he did this, but what did he tell you? Because if he tell you he's going to do it and he did it, how you be mad at him? And so, look, and I get what you said because I'm looking at Cam and I know people going to say, well, Cam, you shouldn't have had all those kids. Stop having kids out of wedlock. You just had I think, 6-month-old or 7-month-old. I understand. I understand what every person's going to say about Cam. And for me, remember I told you this conversation I had when I got with my guy, Marvin Demoff, in 29 years, he's been my agent. And when I got with him, I said, he's like, so obviously you want me to do your contract, but what else? I said, when I'm done, I want the exact same standard of living.
See?
He said, okay. So the child support didn't increase. The private school, wasn't no situation that I had to pull the kids out of private school. I had the same house. I was still able to get the same cars. But I ain't have nobody on payroll. I had cars. I didn't have a house over here. I wasn't taking my homeboys. We going to Cancun or Tulum, and I got no. It wasn't no bottle service.
Yeah.
And all the ones that was that was going to college, Ocho, I said, hey, y'all gotta get student loans now.
Yeah. See, it's funny. You see how what you just said, that discipline and that structure. I had.
You gotta have it
early, but I had it early. I didn't have someone to come and talk to me and say, I understood what I was trying to do. The kids that I did have, me and Cam, we in the same boat. Matter of fact, we in the same boat, and plus add those that I've added on based on
your situation. Yes.
Yeah. But I was so good financially and understood what I wanted to do. I never played the game of football and thought financially in the now. I was thinking long term already off jump. How you a rookie, you coming in the league as a youngster, and your first 2 years, your thought is already out the gate, get millions of dollars. Hell, what the hell I'm buying a place for when everything I need is right here in the stadium? What am I going to get a place for? Why waste the money? So you already knew what my mindset was in general when it came to spending money off rip coming in the league. So as time went on and I started making more and more, I'm nest egging and I'm hoarding everything. And when I did decide to spend money, Unc, it had nothing to do with what was coming in on the field. It's everything off the field. So now I ain't played the game of football in 10, 12 years, it feel like, and I'm still living the same exact lifestyle that I was way back then. As a matter of fact, that's also a testament to the individuals I had kids from. They ain't trying to, be out here in image and, looking nice and designer that. No.
How many kids you have under the age of 18?
3. Everybody grown now,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody grown now. I got Cha-Cha, Kennedy, and French fry. That's the last. That's the last. That's it. Once they out the door, everybody grown. Everybody grown.
I never struggled. I never struggled once I left the NFL. You know why, Ocho?
Because you were cheap like me.
No, because football was what I did. It wasn't who I was.
Mm.
I never lost who I was. I understood.
Come on now.
That football was a part of my life. It wasn't my life.
Right.
Was I dedicated to it? Absolutely.
Right. But it wasn't your identity.
No,
Okay.
no. I was a small kid from rural South Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I was Mary Porter's grandson. I was Sterling and Shannon Sharpe's brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest of 3.
Mm-hmm.
A very disciplined, determined, and dedicated young man. I knew what I wanted from a very young age. I wanted my kids to not have to worry about things that I had to worry about as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want them to spend one day in a life that I had to spend 20 years in. They weren't equipped like that. So how do I make that happen? I had a singular focus, because I knew once it was over, it was going to be over, Ocho. That's why I never man, I wish I could have got me. No, I gave it everything I had. 14 years,
Mm-hmm.
look here, Ocho, I squeezed all the orange, got juice, I ate the inside, and then I took the peel and got zest.
Mm.
I got everything out of that orange. And when I was done, got my shoulder pad. I remember Doug West and Chip said, "Hey, 84, you want your shoulder pads? Put them in a box. Put my helmet, put my shoes, clean out my locker. But you know what? I need to make sure before they send it to me, they get rid of all those magazines and those pictures that I got in my locker. But they see me, he had a little something. I need to get rid of those.
Yeah.
I don't want them coming to the houses and somebody if I had those. But I had to get up off those. But that's the biggest thing. I think a lot of times, Ocho, people's identity is tied to the sport that they play.
Yeah.
And they get lost with, who am I without it? Who am I? What am I?
That's the bad part, Unc. And we wonder why the percentage of us that go broke 2 years removed from the game, whatever game it is we play, we go broke because of that identity, that image we try to portray, not only while we're playing, but once we stop playing, when the checks stop rolling in.
Yeah. You
When
keep
the checks
spending
stop
and you
rolling-
ain't got that kind of money coming in. Hey.
It's impossible. It's impossible to keep up with that lifestyle. Impossible.
Yes.
Imagine, it was the time, just for context for people at home, and I can tell you now, it don't matter now. It was the time every goddamn Monday, I'm making $350,000 a week. Can you imagine making $350,000 a week? 6 months out the year? Man, I'm looking at dudes now, they living their life.
I can imagine what them checks look like. You making $350 every Monday. Imagine what they got $60 million. What that check look like?
Looking like today, but this is the problem, is in today's game they paying the young bulls much more money, right? But the young bulls today, they feeling like, well, damn, I'm making this much money, but it's just going out, and they're not paying attention. The more you get, people say, well, if you give me more money, then I'll be all right. But if you ain't got no financial discipline, it don't matter how much they give you, you still gonna overspend. And when you look up, man, it don't be nothing left. You got to think about people in the chat. You could just think about this. Think about wherever you from. Think about people that you know personally. It could be in the streets or it could be business. that had money at one time, at one point. I'm talking about
Oh
they
yeah,
was
for sure.
riding high. They was on top of the world. Where they at now? You got many stories. You know, not you ain't got to say no name. You can just think about the stories.
Yeah.
I think about
You
all
know,
of
I've
my
been the whole
people.
time that I had homeboys call, hit me up that I play with. Can you let me hold 5? Can you let me hold 10?
Man,
And
what's that?
they made way more money than I did, Ocho.
Man, what's that gonna do for you though? That ain't nothing. Me giving you 5 grand, me giving you 10 grand, ain't gonna do nothing because you're gonna be right back in the same position again anyway.
Cause guess what? Cause you see what you said? What'd you say? Give. Cause I don't lend money anymore. I'll only give money that I know that I'm not gonna get back.
Yeah,
I know you're not gonna give it back. Cause why the hell you come to me in the first place?
right.
Cause
Yeah.
when I was in the league, hey man, let your boy hold 2,500. I say, man, go to the bank. They're like, man, the bank gonna want their ish back. I gonna want my mofo money back. What the hell you mean? The bank want theirs. I want mine. So you know what I stopped doing, Ocho? I say, you know what? Hey, here's your one time withdrawal.
Right, and that's it. One time, huh?
That's it. That's your one time withdrawal.
Well, sure. Since we on the topic of money, man, I can go ahead and keep that 5,200 I owe you, huh?
Oh no! Oh no! Mm-mm. Oh, I don't know who told you that. Oh no! And my money drawing interest in your pocket. See,
That's fine.
I
That's
can put
fine.
that,
That's fine.
Ocho. I can take that little 50. I can take that little 5,200, put
Uh-huh.
it in a CD.
Yeah.
Because right now the CD is really good. Now the interest rate's about to come down, so the
Yeah,
CDs.
they finna come down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, no, Ocho, I need that. So I can put
Okay.
that thing in a little money market, pay me a little 4-5%.
Right.
I mean, it ain't much.
Oh, it's something. It's something. But listen, how much interest is it gonna be when I pay you on February 6th?
If 5,200 right now, I'm charging you $1.35 a day.
Damn, $1.35?
Yeah,
$1.35? Where did 35 come from?
$1.35. That's my interest rate. 5%. Hey, 5%. Hey, 5% on 5,200.
All right.
That's two. That's you know what Ocho says is you 75 cents a day. I'm charging you 75 cents a day. Because 5% on $5,200,
Right.
and that was 10%, that would be $520. So
Yeah.
that would be 260 for 5%. So 260, yeah, 75 cents.
Okay. Okay. How about, you know what? I owe you 52. How about I just give you 6,000? Man, if we're gonna start the show like that. At the
Okay.
live show, at the
I'll take
live show in
that.
New
I'll take
Orleans,
that. I
we're
could
gonna
take
start
that.
the show with me paying you I'm gonna just give you 6,000. I'm gonna give you 6,000 flat to start the show. Just to show the
Woo.
people I paid your money.
I sure appreciate that. Man, I'm sure
But and
happy with
listen,
that,
and
man.
I'm only able to pay you by the grace of God, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm able to pay you, by the grace of God. I got 11 jobs and I'm in a good space right now. I'm in a good space and I'm feeling good.
Well, I was gonna have them deduct like 60 from your money.
Nah, hey.
Uh, nah, man, yeah, that's the thing, though, Ocho. I just wish these guys now, Ocho, with what they know now and the
Mhm.
money that you can invest
Woo.
and the return that you can get.
Yeah, yeah. But also
But get somebody get somebody that's trustworthy. Ain't no
trustworthy.
homeboy. I ain't invested with no homeboy.
I
I
don't
ain't
do
got no
that.
file. Hey, cause Ocho, a lot of times, hey, man, I ain't invested in no club. I ain't invested.
No.
Nah, bro. No, I need to
Mhm.
go. Hey, mm-mm, mm-mm. Cause everybody got an idea what to do with your money.
Oh yeah, always.
Man,
It's
if I
never
had
there.
your money,
Yeah, it's never
watch how
there.
I flip it.
And listen, they never had proof of flipping their own and it being successful
Yeah, but want to use mine. Ain't
ever.
happening. All right, guys. Now it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A.
Damn, I enjoyed this tonight, but this is a good one. Let me back real quick.
Nick Marr said Jayden Daniels going to be a problem in the league for a long time. Unc, I'm so disappointed in you talking safety the other day and never mentioned Atwater. Dude was a beast. Ocho, will you sign my jersey during the meet and greet in NOLA? Atwater was a different type of a safety. Atwater was more like of an in-the-box safety. Water was great. A teammate of mine from 90 to 98. He left after that one season, 99. He went to the Jets, but he's been back. He works for the Broncos now. So me and Water, we have a great relationship. I was talking. Look, there are a lot of safeties that I didn't mention that I have the utmost respect for, but we were talking about the greatest safeties, and I feel for me, Ed Reed is the greatest safety that I saw, watched on tape. Now, mind you, I played in the era, had Ronnie Lott at safety, Rodney Harrison, David Fulcher. You remember Atwater, Brian Dawkins, John Lynch. I mean, I played against some Troy Polamalu. I mean, I played against some great safeties.
But listen, Ed and Troy were different, huh?
Yeah, you got to tell me.
People don't understand. Ed and Troy were different. Ed, obviously he didn't play in the box. Troy played a little bit more around the box.
Yes.
Right around the line of scrimmage. Special. Goddamn, Ed Reed is the only safety I ever seen. Most of the time, when the ball hikes, you backpedal.
Yeah.
And I'd have seen Ed look like he playing punt return at safety and come forward at the snap of the ball because he know what's coming. Because of film study, jumping past it, and being anticipating I ain't never seen nothing like that.
He's the only safety that I seen completely turn his back. I mean, he would literally he'd be facing the other way, his back to the quarterback. And be where he's supposed to be.
Where he's supposed to be,
He was sensational. Florida man, Jayden Daniels is now tied with Dak Prescott in career playoff wins. I ain't got nothing. I don't even know why they ain't got nothing to do with me, but we know, because that's where the quarterback makes his money. Great to be the regular season, but when the money needed, when we shove all them chips to the middle of the table and it's single elimination,
that's where it matters most, huh?
That's where it matters the most.
Yes, sir.
Hello, 3-2-1-6-5-4. This is the beginning of Dan Campbell's getting treated like Sirianni era. Losing both coordinators is going to hurt. Eagles versus Commanders. Eagles versus Commanders is going to be nuts. Yeah, he's probably going to lose both of them. Hopefully, he got good quality people on staff because they have a good team.
Yeah,
you have a good team, but you're going to only get so many cracks at this. You got to cash it in sooner or later.
Yeah, that window's short.
Yeah. When the opportunity presents itself, his quarterback, he didn't play well tonight. If you get beat and you play your best football, Ocho, you're like, you know what? They just outplayed us today. What's painful is when you don't play your best. It's obvious you didn't play your best, and you get it handed to you.
Yeah. By a team that everybody thought you were going to beat.
Yes. You turn it over. You bring them up to your level. Ken Williams said, do you think Amon-Ra needs the media to tell him Naomi Brown stats this game gave them bulletin board material and got humble? Look, so let me ask you a question. If Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't say anything, would they have played this game on Saturday? Yeah. That's why I tell them all the time. It doesn't matter if I say a little or say a lot. I say a lot. We still got to kick it off.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown played good. Had a great game. What did he have? 137, 140 receiving? Yeah. I don't. What did he end up having, Ocho? Let me see. I think he had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
But when your quarterback turns it over like that, you're going to lose. I don't give a damn. He could have had 300 yards. You turn the ball over like that, you're going to lose. It's
every time.
Let's see what Amon-Ra. He had 8 for $137, had 10 targets. Gibbs had 14 rushes for 105 yards. Think about it. You have 23 rushing for 201. Quarterback played threw for 313. So you had over 500 yards of total offense, Ocho, but you had 4 turnovers.
And still and lost because of the turnovers.
That's the equalizer. That
Mhm.
you play double for those.
Well, that
Oh,
that first half, man, God, I'm still thinking about that first half. Boy, that was some beautiful football, man. That was an offensive masterclass from both sides of the ball.
wow. What it come had 70 plus plays. Elijah Moses, hey, Unc Ocho, with JD, Bo Nix, CJ having an exceptional rookie season. What do you think expectations of quarterbacks excelling early in the season going to look like in the near future? That's the problem. You can't base somebody else's, that's like, hey, somebody getting a job right out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at somebody, you don't get one, and you look at yours like as a failure. You can't look at it like that.
Right.
Some people are going to have success earlier. There are a lot of guys that when I got into the league, they had success, Ocho, earlier. You got in the league. Guys that might have came out in your draft had success earlier. But damn, we all develop at sometimes some of us are fast developers, and some of us, it takes a little bit more time.
Right.
Everybody just want this thing so instant now. Man, you see what he did? Okay. It puts a lot of pressure because everybody wants, like, man, you saw what CJ did. You saw what Jayden Daniels did.
Right.
Man, Bo Nix, 3 quarterbacks in the first, got their team in the playoffs. So now everybody's going to think, that's not, bro. It's not easy making the playoffs. It's even harder winning games in the playoffs. Because all the focus is on you. They've broken you down. They know pretty much what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, from down and distance to area on the field to formations.
Got a whole lot of film to go off of.
Yes. And those coaches are scouring. They spend 80, 100 plus hours breaking it down. But yeah, it puts a lot of expectations on, it's just like anything, Ocho. You have a girlfriend, they have a boyfriend, expectation. Well, he treated me like this. Well, she did this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you probably should have stayed with her.
Yeah.
You probably should have stayed with him. Because I'm me.
Yeah. One thing about it, you know what they say now.
With it.
Certain people, depending on who you with, bring a different side of you out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ocho. You ain't wrong now.
Yeah.
Some of them bring good.
Some of them bring bad.
You said what? Now you bring the bad out of me. I gotta let you go.
Hey.
I gotta let you go. It ain't but so many times I can argue. It ain't but so many times, you come in and talking about this and that, it ain't worth. Not at this stage of my life.
No.
When I was a little bit in my 20s, I was a little bit more toxic, toxicity.
You can waste a little time then. You can waste a little time.
Yeah. I ain't got that many summers. I ain't got that many summers. I ain't finna hold you.
Hold on, I'm finna use that boy. I got that. my next argument.
I ain't got that many summers, so I ain't finna. Jean Michael.
I ain't got that many summers. Okay, bet. I like that.
With Goff performance tonight, do you think this will create doubt within the Lions team that he's the right quarterback that could lead them to the Super Bowl? No. Had a bad game. He picked the wrong time to have a bad game, but he had a bad game.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's going to the Pro Bowl. I mean, he had a phenomenal year.
Phenomenal.
But that's why we love football so much. Because we throw everything you've done out the window. What you did the entirety of the season ain't got no impact on the game right now.
At all.
What you gonna do tonight? What you gonna do today? What you did doesn't impact today or tonight. Today or tonight impacts today and tonight. So no, I don't think it creates any doubt. Flim said, "What's up, Unc Ocho? What you guys think about Chris Boyd pushing Frank Ross? Passion or disrespect? Let's go block."
Yeah, he was
Ocho, I'm trying to figure out, Ocho, what he mad about? You took your helmet off. I'm like, hold on. What's he mad about? Can you help? Well, maybe you know. What was he mad? What was he upset about, Coach? Saying, son, I'm sure he said, look, Let's not do anything dumb. Let's not give them any cheap, no treat. Is that what you
Right.
really want to do? That's how you want to start the game on the road, giving up a 15-yard penalty after a 50-plus yard run back?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure. I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, so
I
what are
think
you mad at him for?
right. I think what he was hyped about making the tackle for one and making the fumble happening. I don't
Yes,
even think he realized they didn't get the ball though.
yes.
And he was so hyped, he runs to the sideline, and now that's emotion. Him and his coach.
Ocho, but he took his helmet off.
Oh yeah, emotion, making a play, the start of the game. He hyped, special team player. I'm not sure if he sees the field often, but obviously making a play like that, a game of that magnitude, got a little beside himself.
Keep your emotions in check
Yes, sir.
because they get you beat.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you said let's not make it a one play where the officials
Get the
can
judge.
swing it one way or another.
Or the other. Yes, sir.
Dave Smith said everyone knows when in doubt, 15 is going to 87. When they need a play, Z, let Kelsey get wide open. I don't think he let. I mean, it was a great play.
Yeah, it was.
For the big play, kickstart their offense, and a touchdown to seal the game. Mahomes was out there flopping like in the NBA. I give credit for the win. But come on, man. Those two roughing the passer calls on Mahomes was ridiculous. This ain't the NBA. We're flopping.
Told you, flopping, especially that one not really under the chin, right here on the
Yeah.
chest plate, and he
Yeah.
sold it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That flag came out so fast.
When in doubt. Repair says, is the Chiefs dynasty tainted because of controversial calls? Many people believe it's fixed like the WWE. I personally disagree. No,
Mm-mm.
let them three-peat. Ain't nobody gonna remember this. Y'all, I mean, a lot of people don't remember. When you go back and look, they don't realize. Think about how the Patriots started. That was a fumble.
Yeah. Oh, the Oakland game, the snow game.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a fumble. The tuck rule.
Mm-hmm.
It was so egregious they took the play out.
Yep.
Who knows what would have happened? That was the start of a dynasty. Who knows what would have happened had the Raiders got that ball? We'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
News 864. I know Jerry Jones looking dumb right now. Dan Quinn was in the building last year and he let it walk. Now he's going to the NFC Championship game. Something Jerry hasn't done since the 95 season. 96. So here we are, Ocho, 29 years.
Later.
Yes. That was the only reason Dan Quinn didn't take a job the previous year. Because he thought he was going to get the job. He thought, yeah, hey, we're going to let Mike McCarthy go and we're going to let DQ.
Damn.
Abdullah Jawan. What's good, Nightcap? I like what I'm seeing from the Commanders. Once Jared Goff threw that pick six, I knew it was over. Good win for the Washington team, and a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not Kansas City. You make it seem like Kansas City throwing flags on the other team. Tactical Lupus winners Ochonomics class of fiscal responsibility coming out. And how can Brock get paid less than Tua, Lawrence, and Goff, Watson, Love, or Hurts? Will his agent get him right, or is he on a coupon?
Listen, Ochonomics will probably never come out because when you think about it, obviously it would be for the athletes, for those who make large sums of money in a short amount of time, and everyone is too caught up in image, looking a certain way, and once they make it, they want to make sure they attain that image that they have to portray of having money. And ain't nobody dumbing down their lifestyle the way I have or the way I did, when I was playing, the way I do now, They just wouldn't. They just wouldn't.
No.
Impossible. And I say it all the time. I was able to do it during that time when I was playing because I found a way where I can make my name just as valuable as anything I could purchase. I'm not saying you
But
get what
Ocho, after you got your house,
you understand
let's
what I'm
just say,
saying?
yes, I do.
My name
Yes,
was just as
I'm
valuable.
still Ocho whether I'm in a Prius or I'm in a Rolls.
I could have wore a goddamn trash bag. Oh shit, there go Ocho. It didn't
Yes,
matter. I didn't need
yes.
the jewelry. I didn't need to change. I didn't need the car. You know, it was nice to have. Just the fact that knowing I can go get it, that was all I need. My name was just as big or bigger than anything I could purchase. So there was no point.
Ocho, you get $30 million. You're making $30 million a year. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go get my mom and dad a house, so
Uh-huh.
forth and so whatever the case may be. Nice little house. Give them a
Mhm.
little for $350,000, $400,000 home, something
Mhm.
they can maintain. They don't need no $2-3 million crib.
Right.
Okay, let's just say, you know what, man, I always wanted me a nice watch. Okay, you want to spend a couple $100,000 for a watch? Take off.
Yeah.
Um, I get me 2 3 cars, Ocho. At that point in time, how many cars do I need to? Do I need a flock of 10 cars, Ocho? Do I need to get if I get a Ferrari, I don't need a Lambo. If I get a Rolls, I don't need a Bentley.
Right.
If I get a Lambo truck, I don't need a Cullinan.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho?
Yes, sir.
I don't do I really need a $15 million crib, Ocho? I
Ooh.
don't. Do I need to get a private? No, you don't need a private jet. If you want to fly private, get timeshares.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, hey, unless that's an absolute, I absolutely positively got to get there.
You got to be there.
Oh, friendly skies. I love. Hey, Delta, we love to fly, and it shows.
Right.
I love being, bro. That's all I'm saying, Ocho. I ain't
Yeah.
saying don't get some nice things. You want some nice things, your hard work reward yourself for the hard work.
Right.
But at what point in time do I need to get I need to have 10 cars? I don't. I don't. And that's the mistake of some of us make. We don't need a Lambo truck, a Cullinan truck, a Ferrari, a Lambo, a Bentley, a G wagon. Do we really need all that, Ocho? We don't.
You never do.
We
But you
don't.
know, when you're young,
You do.
you
You
want to
do.
live, you want to live like the rappers, even though you make 10 times more than the rappers, and you see them with all the chains and the cars and the only if you
On
want to.
IG. Sometimes IG have me question myself. It's like, well, damn. I be calling my people, hey, y'all ain't paying me enough.
Hey,
Because
don't fall for
how they got all I'm like, how every rapper fly private?
that. Don't fall for that.
I know they not. Because I see a lot of rappers on my flight. I do. I'm talking about big name ones. And a lot of these ones that ain't got no big name, I'm like, well, okay. Ain't none of my business. Stephen Holmes said, hello from Buffalo. Josh Allen earns less than top quarterback salary. Josh is about to get a contract extension that's going to pay him probably $290, maybe $300 million. Josh Allen's about to get $61, $62 million a year. Will this postseason impact his chance at top pay, or has he already proven he deserves it? He's proven it. Been to playoffs every year. There are a lot of guys that don't make the playoffs every year like he has. He's definitely one of the top quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He's gonna get top money. He's about to be the highest paid.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I ain't got no problem with that. And guess what? Guess who's gonna come right behind him next year?
Mahomes
And Lamar.
again?
Yeah. Next year, Lamar will be the third year of that contract.
Damn,
They're gonna do
it's been 3 years
yes,
already?
after next year to be 3 years. Two
Yeah,
MVPs.
three.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, since he signed that contract, he would have
Oh,
won his second. Oh yeah, they go but do Lamar. Lamar said, "Look, I'm gonna need 70." I ain't lying. Watch. Did I miss anybody? No. Chef B said, "Hey, Uncho from Cincinnati, but I've lived in San Antonio, Texas. Bring back the Esteban shirt. I had an orange and one. I had an orange and one black in
mhm.
2010. What is that?
Esteban. Like the first name, Ochocinco is Esteban Ochocinco.
Oh, that's Steven, right?
Esteban, yeah, basically, yeah.
In Spanish, it's Steven.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because you know me, llama Vicente.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? My name was Vincent. Yeah, you ain't know that on me, llama Vicente.
Yeah. Hey, go back. I ain't heard that in a long time.
You ain't know O'Shea.
Esteban.
Geraldine Collins said, Shannon Ocho, can I get a shout out for my 56th birthday? You absolutely can, Geraldine. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching Unc and Ocho on Nightcap. We appreciate your support and happy 56th birthday.
Happy
Hopefully you
56.
did something fun or you're about to do something fun. Hey, what you gonna do though?
Yeah. Hey, hold on, huh? There you go. Miss Geraldine, you single? That's right up your alley, huh?
Oh, what alley?
What you
I
mean?
ain't been to the alley in a long time. I left Chicago. Ain't no
Nah.
alley where I'm at.
Nah, 56. That's right where you need to be, what?
My sweet spot, you know, half my age plus 7. What's half my age plus 7?
Okay, I got you.
Give or take a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Jordan over here laughing. You know, hey, 33, 34.
Okay.
You know?
I got
34 to
60.
huh?
Nah. You know they say
34, 30, not about 33 to 45, 46.
Hey, man, you bet
50, okay, 50.
Listen, I'm telling you what I know. Get you 160, 65 and watch what happened to you. You'll never be the same. Tell you, listen, Dawes, bow leg, about 150, 160.
Nah, man. Hey, what about 33, 34? I won't be the same. I ain't been the same. Ain't been the same, Ocho.
Oh.
Man, let me stop, man. Cause they be killing me. Man, that's your problem. Messing with them young girls.
Hey, man,
They messing with me.
we
messing with each other.
we like what we like, man.
Yeah. I don't know what. Look, Ocho, why can't I be with somebody that like me?
Right.
As long I don't down somebody that's not the age that I'm talking to. I don't date somebody if they're not in the same, race that I am. I don't feel I need to put down anybody
Right.
just because I'm with somebody that's not in that age or that race. That ain't what I do. I'm confused. But people quick to say, "Oh, she only with him," but then they turn around and say, "Well, hey, he can't be with nobody unless he dropped the bag anyway." So if they only with me for the bag and I can't be with nobody unless I drop the bag, so what difference does it make?
Right. You right.
Problem is, you weren't going to be the one to get the bag dropped.
Ooh.
That's the problem.
Damn.
Don't worry about me. I'm okay. Ocho, leave me alone, man. Let me live, Ocho.
But I'm letting you live. I was just suggesting something. That's all. Just a little suggestion. It wasn't nothing
I
much.
mean, you ain't got how old are you?
37?
37?
Yeah.
Okay. See? You ain't got nobody your age, 57. That ain't what you were looking for.
Well,
You went and found you somebody in their late 30s.
yeah, but they came and found me.
Oh, okay. They find Unc.
Oh, okay. I'm with
They
you.
find Unc.
I got you.
There you go. I know you're gonna say something slick.
Now I ain't gonna say nothing. You right. You right about that.
What you need to do, you need to go find Michelle. You always on some bullshit.
I wouldn't even think about that.
You just mentioned the other night.
Yeah, that was the other night. That's because I was on that type of time. I wasn't even on that tonight.
Oh, I'm glad.
How
All right,
how
guys, that concludes this episode of Nightcap. Kansas City Chiefs. For 7 consecutive years, Ocho, for the last 14 years, the Patriots or the Chiefs have been the AFC Championship game.
game? That's crazy work.
14 years, only 2 teams have been in the AFC Championship game.
Crazy
One
work.
of these 2 teams have for 14 consecutive years. Chiefs will face the winner of the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The Washington Commanders will face the winner of the Rams and the Eagles. One of those teams will have a home field game for a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Thank you for joining us. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you guys tonight for your support. I think we had like 70,000 in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Guys, we really, really appreciate that. You guys have been great to us. You've been supporting us from day one. Hopefully you'll continue to support in 2025 and beyond. Please make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. Somebody going to have a lot to celebrate within the next 2 weeks. What better way to celebrate than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? Now, if you cannot find it in a city or state near you, order it and we'll ship it directly to your door. And please, please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Our newest release just dropped last month. We've got we had shirts, sweats, beanies, koozies, and mugs. Quantities are limited, so please make sure you grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for the Super Bowl show in New Orleans. It's our first spring tour stop. They're on sale now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. The VIP meet and greet tickets are officially sold out as of today. There are still many tickets left to attend the big show in New Orleans at the Mahalia Jackson Theater on February the 6th. Be there. We got some big guests lined up for you. Both Nightcap and Club Shay Shay are both nominated for NAACP Image Award. Nightcap was nominated Outstanding Podcast, Arts, Sports, and Entertainment. Club Shay Shay was nominated for Outstanding Podcast, Society, and Culture. Please go vote for your guys. The link is pinned in our social bios. The Commanders stunned the Detroit Lions 45-31. They take the ball away, including a pick six off Jared Goff. They take the ball away 4 times. Jayden Daniels had 299 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Jared Goff committed 4 of the Lions' 5 turnovers, including throwing a pick six. The defense had no answers for Washington's offense as they racked up 482 total yards, only punted once. They move to the NFC Championship game to take on the winner of the Chargers, the Rams, and the Eagles. And Kansas City advanced to their seventh consecutive AFC Championship game over the Houston Texans. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce came up big. The Chiefs haven't turned the ball over, Ocho, in 8 straight games, which is an NFL record. You win games if you don't turn it over. They won the game 23-14, excuse me. Travis Kelce set an NFL record with his 9th postseason game of 100 yards, 9. Increased his reception lead with 172 and moved second into receiving yards and second to receiving touchdown. He had an outstanding day. Trav nephew turned the hands of time back and had an outstanding day as they win 23-14. And they advance to the championship, and they'll face the winner of Baltimore and Buffalo. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night after the Buffalo. I think it's the Buffalo after the Buffalo-Baltimore game, Ocho. We'll see you after that game. Thank you for joining us. We're out.